What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah.
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They
don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still on the stars with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof of my life, better more than no proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, independent, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's side Florida, wish I could large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever and cute as can be. You can watch it on YouTube with view for free. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Blowing a 22-point lead to the Cavaliers. That's not tough.
That's not
tough.
That's not tough at
That's
all.
not tough, dude. Wow.
Yes.
Dean Wade.
Just sends shivers down their heart. That
Wow.
last name, but still.
Outscoring the Celtics himself. Intangibles.
Absolutely.
How about that?
Impressive.
The tradition of Wade kicking the Celtics' ass continues.
Continues to a new generation now.
Wow. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. What a look, maybe it was just luck. Maybe it was just luck.
Maybe
Maybe it was just luck. Because the Celtics never lose just straight up. It's always just luck.
Hard to say.
Man, what a day. That was great. But what a night it was last night. Man, my head was ping-ponging between Panthers and Heat.
Whoa.
I was supposed to be boots on the ground.
Yeah. What happened?
Wife wasn't feeling good yesterday.
Fair enough.
So, I'm not, with what she's recovering from. Yes. I don't take chances with that. I don't like to leave her alone.
You made the right choice.
So
Easy.
I decided to stay home.
Good job.
And it was good because we both sat there and we laughed at the stupid Pistons, and it made her feel all the way better.
That's amazing.
No, it was one of those things. So I had the Heat and the Panthers. They're both up on the screens. And I was I was ping-ponging back and forth because they were close games.
Yeah.
Close games down there. The Heat, I don't like it being that close, but the fourth quarter was so dumb. I mean, they just couldn't hit a three all of a sudden. It was weird.
Yeah.
Every time they kicked out wide open three, clank. I was like, oh my God. And so then the stupid, what the hell's his name? Pacheco, whatever his name was you know him.
Pacheco.
He was out there and he was hitting a gazillion threes. Fontecchio. I was close. He goes out there. I think I made him the Chiefs running back. Fontecchio goes out there. He just
is annoying.
He just keeps hitting threes. I'm just like, keeps making it a 3-point game. And then finally, Terry Rozier and Jimmy Butler decide enough of this nonsense and would part. Jimmy Butler would stick the dagger in because he had a streak going, Marcus. I don't know if you know this, but he had a streak 14 straight games with a 3-point shot.
Wow.
Hadn't had it the entire game, missed a couple of attempts in that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Until the last one. The last one was the one that finished the job against the bum-ass Pistons. You had the call from Jason Jackson last night?
Absolutely.
Heat won 13, Pistons 108, 27 seconds to go. Butler has it. Fontecchio on him as he works along the arc. He'll fire a three. He'll make the three. 15th straight game for Butler. Tickle and twine from downtown.
Man,
that damn Pacheco was on him too.
I know. Pacheco Fontecchio. He was all over him, and Jimmy was feeding him buckets. Scored the last 7 for Miami. And they get to a season high 9 games over 500 and an important day to do it because, an Eastern Conference game where you had to keep pace with the Cavaliers. You had to keep pace with the Magic, the Knicks. I don't know what's going on with them. Sixers, they're going down the drain. They lost to the Nets last night. And let me tell you something. Never, ever let this Leroy horde ever have the cajones to say anything to me again, because this man is so against agreeing with me. He loves to buck against the trend of old Tobes.
Yep.
But let's never forget that 3 games into his Kyle Lowry bet, he was a coward.
He was a coward.
He was a coward, and I gave him an out.
Yeah.
I gave him an out with 3 games to go.
Damn.
And he was rats off a ship on his take.
Yep.
Because Kyle Lowry last night,
No way.
wouldn't you know it,
How much did he need?
he needed
all?
10.
10.
10 to get to 50.
In this is the last game.
Last game.
Oh, no way.
6 games, 50 points. That was our bet.
Yep.
And this coward,
Yep.
he went away like a mouse from Kyle Lowry.
Mm.
And Kyle Lowry yesterday, 4-7 from downtown, 14 points. So it looks like your old boy, he talked his way out of the Dartboard of Doom.
I tell you what.
Point for Toby.
You know what you did? Sometimes they offer you an out in these apps. They're like, hey, if you cash out now,
Right.
we'll give you this much
Yep.
instead of, waiting for the total. You cashed out. The total didn't hit.
All I had to do on our app was just show, hey, you got to eat chicken of the trees. You got to eat iguana. And he's not about that. He's not going to eat iguana. And he crumbled.
Tat machine.
He crumbled. A
Damn,
tat
dude.
machine, dude. What a day. What a day.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was an important one for the Heat to get there into the in the East because of the results from yesterday
Yeah.
in that conference. But Miami gets the win 9 over. Now they got a couple of big ones on the road at Dallas, at OKC. So this should be a fun upcoming couple of games here. Did get some news yesterday as we get to the rest of our headlines, brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy a truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
In these games coming up, the Miami Heat will not have
Mm.
Josh Richardson. It was reported yesterday, the Heat revealed yesterday, Josh Richardson is going to have season-ending shoulder surgery.
Ooh.
So his season and his year is done. Ergo, why they signed Patty Mills.
Patty Mills.
So,
Which is, I guess, a pretty good replacement. You wanted someone who's also a veteran. You don't want to have to get another young buck in there. That's why you went for the older guy as opposed to getting one of these G League guys you could have brought up.
Spo values that. Look, the fact that he's trusting Nikola Jović, who we're going to get to his night, because he had himself a night.
Yeah.
But the fact that Spo is already trusting Jaime and Nico, you can't push him. All right. He doesn't love trusting the young guys. He does love his champion veterans on a playoff run. And so you're either going to be two things if the Heat are going to make a sign for you. You're either going to be basically family and born into the Heat culture like DeLon Wright is, or you're going to have made the championship run. You're going to have danced the dance all the way. That's why he values guys like Patty Mills, Kevin Love, Kyle Lowry even. Why he value guys like this. And so there you go. No JRich. He was of the, hey, Spo, I know your system. And he was having a good year, especially he was really hot by the time that he got hurt. So it's very, very unfortunate what happened to him. Does have a player option for next year, but it was a bummer to see that. It was a bummer to see that. And but the Heat get the win yesterday. The Heat get the win. Good for them. And then the Panthers, we'll get back into the Heat as we have some stuff to get into with the referees being sensitive. But last night, the Florida Panthers 5-3 over the New Jersey Devils. And what do you know, dude? Stolars, he gets it done again in big time minutes. Nick Cousins, couple of goals for the Cats yesterday. He scores the first goal and then goes out there and basically gets the game winner for you in the third period. So Nick Cousins, he may have the most punchable face in the NHL, according to the NHL.
That wasn't me.
Peers and his players. But you want to know what he also does?
What?
Punches in goals.
That's right.
That's what he does.
That's true.
That's what he does, dude.
That's what he did.
And that's what he did. And so the New Jersey Devils, I'm sorry, Devils. You've been blessed. All right. Your hockey souls have been saved by the Panthers. and now get the hell out of
Minus
our way.
one.
What?
That's on behalf of Leroy. I just couldn't.
Why?
I just knew he wouldn't allow that to happen. I'm just know that.
What are you using his judgment? That coward?
It's his whole Leroy.
That coward?
No, I just let you know that one in the flow. I'm just saying.
Jesus. All right.
Yeah.
Etulis Renan, he got a goal for the Cats because it was a back and forth affair. You know, the Cats got up to 2-0. Devils would tie it up in the second period. Lusterainen gives you the lead 3-2. Nick Cousins, he puts it up even further 4-2. They would get one more, and then you're kind of holding your breath there. 4-3 there. It was a tight one. You wanted to win this one in regulation. Rhino gets an empty netter just for good measure. 45 goals on the year. And the Panthers just find themselves even more on top of everybody, just looking over everybody. First team in the league to 90 points.
What was this? What was this?
That's them. That's the Panthers being a guillotine.
Oh,
Hanging over.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Does a guillotine do that?
I feel like it's a
Or does it just stay in the chop blocks? Go.
Oh no, hold on. This is a good question. I feel like then what's this?
But there weren't medieval times. There was something. It would swing over your head like a rusty axe.
Like a swing. Yeah.
And then, but the guillotine, I felt like it was clean. You know, because think about this, Marcos.
Yes.
It was brutal times back then, right?
Oh, was it?
It was brutal times.
Yeah,
but imagine being the guy. You ever watch Game of Thrones?
I have.
Imagine being the guy that had to swing the beheading sword, right? It's a tough life.
It's a big sword.
Because it's a big sword, one.
Yeah.
But two, you have to be the guy to take him out.
Ooh.
Much different to be the guy who swings the sword as opposed to press the guillotine switch. And then the guillotine does the business for you.
That's true.
Clean decapitation.
Oh.
You know? So that's what the Panthers are doing right now.
Oh, God.
They
That's
are
what you're saying?
the guillotine over the NHL.
All right. Okay. I don't think that's a guillotine, though. I think we just established. Okay.
That's the Panthers.
Pretty good.
That's the Panthers.
All right.
That's how they're doing it right now.
This is
Imagine if they had a guillotine that was shaped like a hockey stick.
Okay. You think game option?
Yeah.
Throw that in there.
Yeah.
Right next to the big old drum. You know.
Would you think it'd be too much to put like a mascot
Yes,
in the
dude.
guillotine?
Yes, it would be too much.
Because you don't have to put a person in there. You know, the head is usually detached.
Yeah, I get it. Just imagine you take your kid to a Panther game and the opposing person's mascot gets his head chopped
Like,
off.
who do we have next? We have Philadelphia. They got that weird ass mascot.
Yeah.
Grimy, is that his name?
I don't know.
He's weird looking. So what if we take we put him in a guillotine, dude? And I'm not talking jujitsu.
Gritty. That's his name. Grimy.
Gritty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's put Gritty in the guillotine.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God.
We'll take a break. Get back into some more Heat stuff. Nikola Jović, Panthers, they're rolling. The Dolphins, maybe a new weapon that's out there. Plus, we got some interesting comments from old Tyreek Hill. He was on the Pivot with Channing Crowder and Fred Taylor and Ryan Clark, and had some interesting things to say. Interesting things to say for a known pot stirrer, Tyreek Hill. So we'll get to all that here on the show. 305-567-0560. If you guys want to give us some takes, you have some questions, some comments. Leroy is out for the next few days, enjoying some well-deserved vacation time. So it is old Tobes, it's Frog Boy, it's J-Fig sometime around 12:45 today. And we are going to take you guys up until 2. Back after this.
Got what you
me. Got me doing things I'll never do. If you ain't been, I'm telling you, I'm wrong.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Take you up until 2 o'clock here today, streaming live on the Odyssey app, AUDACY. You guys can take us in your ears wherever you go. And if you guys want to watch the silly sauce, you guys can do that on YouTube and Twitch every single day. The channel Miami 560 WQAM. You guys can join the chat there. Have some fun. By the way, got a giveaway for today. A couple pairs of tickets to Slightly Stupid and the Dirty Heads, who are coming to I Think Financial Amphitheater in August. J-Fig, she has opened up her ticket wallet, and she's being very kind.
So nice.
Giving away her tickets.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to see Slightly Stupid and Dirty Heads at I Think Financial Amphitheater, we have 2 pairs of tickets to give away today. So keep listening, and it's a live nation show. So the Heat beat the Pistons yesterday, 118-110. I don't want to dive into it too much because it's the Pistons. I mean, like, you got to basically go in there and not blow this, which is what they did. They took care of it. They were definitely more feisty than expected. But we saw some cool things. You see that move by Duncan Robinson?
Yeah. Oh, Duncan had a game yesterday. Hit the over, by the way.
Did he?
I think
Yeah,
so.
he had, what do you have, 18 points?
Yeah. And I think it was
18
like-
points for Duncan Robinson yesterday. But that move that he pulled, he said afterwards, he said he blacked out. He doesn't remember it. But he put in the moves on the Pistons yesterday with that. It was like this mini, but like had a little more to it, you know?
Yeah.
It was very impressive by Dunks.
We call that the donkey.
What? Nobody calls it that.
I think I've heard
The
that.
Dunkaroo.
Oh, that's what it's
Remember
called.
Dunkaroos?
Like the kangaroo into a cream
Yeah,
candy.
of
Yeah,
course.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are
It's
good.
very tasty.
So good. Are they gone? Why do
I mean, does anybody having Dunkaroos anymore?
I don't know. There's a few things that I question. Like, what's going on? What happened to those? Gotta find it. If anyone knows where the Dunkaroos are, please.
What if we have a Dunkaroos? We make a Dunkaroo stand at the arena, and it's
Ooh.
Duncan Robinson and Patty Mills. So you got Dunks and Australia together.
Damn.
Yup.
Okay. All right. I'm listening. Will Michael McCullough allow us to
No,
set up
there's
shop
no
right
shot.
outside of Cassette? Okay.
No,
Yeah,
I'd have to give out my own Dunkaroos across from the arena.
for sure. Yeah.
That would have to be what's going on.
Yeah. On the dartboard?
What?
Start a business?
I've already done kangaroo in front of the arena.
True,
I've done that already.
That's fair. That's fair.
I paid a bet to Australian member of parliament, which is very ridiculous.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
But not as ridiculous as the officials getting sensitive yesterday
Mhm.
over Nikola Jović. So yesterday, I didn't see the first tech. Apparently, I saw on Solana's Twitter, because again, I'm ping-ponging, I'm looking back and forth between Heat and Panthers, so I must have missed this. But Nico got an initial tech for throwing the basketball. Not in anger, but I don't know if they had to delay a game. Sometimes you have a delay a game, they call a tech on you. If you get warned, you do it again, you know, because you're not having the ball in play. So Nico threw the ball, he got a tech, right? And so we get to the second half of this game, and he's playing with this Isaiah Stewart, who, as we know, this guy's a real one. He'll punch you in the face.
Yeah.
You know, he's trying to run after
I was
LeBron.
gonna say, did you go after LeBron?
He's got charges right now because he punched Drew Eubanks right in the face.
Ooh.
So it's a big boy. You know, Nico's trying to keep pace. It's a close game at this point. Miami's got a slight lead. It's in the third quarter. And so goes up. He's trying to rebound with Isaiah Stewart. A little ticky-tack contact, nothing too big. Officials call a foul on Nico, and he was pissed. He's like, what? And throws his hand in disgust for the officiating. Well, they did not like this, and they teed up the young fella. And that gave him the old heave-ho out of the game.
This guy is a menace, dude.
This guy, look, he's got a mean streak to him. He
Yeah.
comes from the mean streets of Serbia, and he's now been kicked out of a game because he's not going to let you mess with his teammates.
Nope.
And he's not going to allow the officials to allow him to be pushed around by Isaiah Stewart. So he lets them know he's disgusted with them.
Yep.
And they get all sensitive about it. And then he has to get kicked out of the game. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Why can't a man show some emotion there? Some
Yeah.
competitive juices, some fire?
He didn't even curse.
I don't know if he cursed or
I
not.
don't know if he did.
I'm not positive if he did or not. But even if he did,
Yeah.
get over it, dude.
Jeez.
Guy's trying out here. He's trying to win a game, and these guys get in their feelings about it. Oh, he waved his hand at you. Boo. You know what? If that was any star, you wouldn't have the guts to toss him. You wouldn't have the guts to give him another technical foul. Here's Spo after the game. He doesn't want Nico to change. He likes this.
I'm definitely not going to, try to squash that. We love passion. We love competition. We love guys getting into all that. I mean, I've seen a lot of players kind of toss the ball against the basket stanchion. He wasn't even upset about anything. There wasn't a call. There wasn't anything to debate on that. For the first one and the second one, you're allowed one emotional burst. Everybody is. The great players for sure are. Will it be a teaching moment? Yes, but at the same time, I like his emotions. Like him being enthusiastic, about competition, and it matters to him, and that's growing with him. I think as you get a little bit more comfortable, your personality can come out a little bit more, and that's a good thing.
Wow. Because I don't know if you just heard what I heard.
Yeah.
But I just heard Nico's going to be one of the greats. Because he said even the greats get emotional. I mean, so to me, I'm taking I think it's a fair leap. I think it's a fair correlation and a fair leap to go from he just said that Nico's going to be one of the greats.
Okay.
I mean, problem?
No, I'm just saying it's a bit of a leap. I don't know if it.
I mean, it's just if you think of, I know it's not exactly what he said, but if you think about it, he's right. The great ones did get emotional. Ergo, Nico has great ones quality.
Okay. See, I'm more willing to agree to that. I think that's more of what he said.
So if you just walk with me a little bit here,
okay,
maybe we could get to the point where he said Nico's going to be one of the greats. And here's the other thing. Look, he's got that in him. Look, when you see these guys warm up, a lot of them are like, hey, just going through the routine, going through the motion. I'll tell you something about Nico. Let me tell you a little bit about Nikola Jović, as I've watched him warm up probably more than anybody over the last 2 years. True. Fascinated by him. Fascinated watching him warm up.
He still warm up with Karan?
Karan is out there when he warms up. He does the last shot to close out the workout, but he's not a specific position coach.
Oh, okay.
But let me tell you something about Nico.
Yep.
Gets very mad at himself when he misses.
Oh.
Gets, pumps himself up a little bit. So maybe these officials, if they're throwing a kid out because he was upset with the play or how it went, that just speaks to their own insecurities. And let me just ask you something. I know Courtney Kirkland, Ray Acosta, Brandon Adair.
Oh.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something.
Okay.
If you're throwing out a kid,
yeah,
maybe that just speaks to your own lack of maturity.
Wow.
Maybe that speaks to that.
Throwing out a kid.
Yeah, you throw out a kid who's just trying to compete. But here you are saying, "Oh, he's calling out my my ability to officiate a game." Well, one, he's right, and two, if you can't stand a little bit of criticism, maybe you're in the the wrong line of work.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. But I love
just a kid
that edge from Nikola Jović. I love that. And I love the fact that Erik Spoelstra has gotten to the point we have called for this, okay? The Serbian Terminator, we knew he could make a difference, okay? We've been waiting for somebody tall to play next to Bam for a long time. Yep. But this guy, he just has it all, Marcos. It's a perfect fit in that starting lineup for a number of reasons. One, size, okay? Yep. Two, doesn't need the ball.
True.
He's not sitting here, where are my touches? When he gets the ball, he puts it up and he shoots it, and he's been lighting it up from downtown.
Yeah.
In the few attempts that he gets a game. And then when he does get a rebound and gets out on the break, always looking to find an open teammate. Always.
True.
Always. He is a perfect complement to everything they got there. Plays with a little bit of edge. Jimmy Butler's got his picture in his locker. Yeah, okay. It's all happening for us, baby.
What was that last one? I'm not sure.
No, he does.
Really?
No, he does have a picture of him in his locker.
Wow. That's great. I love that.
Yeah.
He's a new brate.
He is new brate. He's little brate, big brate.
Little
Because he's
brat.
big,
Yeah.
but he's young. He's baby. He's baby.
Which is why you shouldn't throw him out of the game. If
Right.
He shows emotion.
Right. And also, like, if baby's going to be unsupervised, you know?
Yeah.
So what's he going to go
What
do?
are we going to do?
Cause some havoc.
Hey, listen, if you don't watch him, they'll cause him havoc.
Here is more of Spo as he talks about the fit with Bam and Nico.
Man action between the two of them. Will we be running, actions with those two guys in particular? I don't know. The ball has to go to a lot of different places. The one thing I do know is they both have great skill level, and it's almost inverted for us when your two bigs can both handle. They both can pass. They both can make plays. They can both finish at the rim. And they both feel very comfortable just being facilitators. I think that adds to the diversity of our menu. And Nico also helps us run more, which I like. The head coach likes that. I think the players hopefully like that if they can get some easy baskets. We'd like to get a few more of those. But his passing, his skill level, his size, all those things, fit.
I will say Spo does like these guys to get their ass in gear. He spends, one of the fascinating things sitting behind him during a game, he spends, I would say, half the time just going, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Just encouraging people. And I don't know if that's just a therapeutic thing for him because he needs to yell that, but he would like them to run more. And Nico, he doesn't think, gets the ball, go, dude.
Yeah.
And I love that he plays with that edge. I love the fact that he's got that. And by the way, I don't know if you heard what I just heard. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard what I just heard. Okay.
Yes. What exactly? Let's just confirm that we're on the same page. What did you hear?
He just said we have two BAMs.
I don't think he said that.
He said we just had two BAMs.
I actually don't think.
I think he said that though.
Okay. What makes you think he said
because he said that when you have two bigs, it's like an inverse when they both will get out there and facilitate and set things up for others. You got two of them now. That's kind of when we got two BAMs at the same time, man.
Wow. Did you say inverse? Is it inverted? He said a word.
He said a word. Yeah, but it was some word. I heard that we had two BAMs.
Okay. Yeah, that's I understand where you would think he said that, but I think he's just saying that their style complements each other.
I don't think that's what he said. I feel like he said that they had the same style. And then he said something about a menu. Because like you ever wonder, like you go to here's the thing. You go to a Heat game, right?
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with going and getting the regular, get an omelet and an apple pie at a diner. Nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
But what happens when the chef has a special?
See, omelet. Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, the chef special.
The chef special,
Usually,
dude.
yeah, that's rare.
You got a couple of things here now. You have a couple of spices to add to it. Little Bam, little Nico. Pa.
Wow.
Hoop souffle. It's all there for us, dude. What? The secret ingredients to this run are all there for us. And you want to know something? You don't want to take that edge away from Nikola Jović. I'll tell you why. Don't look at me like that. No. You're being dismissive.
It just seems like you're drawing a lot of these conclusions based off of things that weren't necessarily said.
Dude, I'm gonna try and teach you some things.
Yeah.
As a follower of sports,
all right,
as a media member, you can't always take things at their face. Sometimes you need to go look beneath the layers.
All right.
And so, Spo said exact words, but what was the meaning of those words, right? And so I'm looking at him saying that one, Nikola Jović has that competitive edge. He doesn't want to take that away from him. You want to know why? Because you don't put reins on a Mustang, dude. You don't put reins on a Mustang. You let him peacock through the fields and you let him run wild. That's what you do.
Gotcha.
And then also what he said was
I thought you were talking about the car.
He's got two BAMs at the same time now.
No, okay. You can't just
That's what he said, though.
Skip to the second one.
No, that's what he said.
I don't think that's what he said. But apparently
words means words.
Devin said, I heard we had two BAMs.
What the hell, Devin? Where did you hear that? He didn't say those. He didn't say, okay. Again.
Listen to it again. Listen to it again, Marcos. And you tell me that Spo didn't just say we had two BAMs.
In action between the two of them. Will we be running, actions with those two guys in particular? I don't know. The ball has to go to a lot of different places. The one thing I do know is they both have great skill level. And it's almost inverted for us when your two bigs can both handle, they both can pass, they both can make plays, they can both finish at the rim, and they both feel very comfortable just being facilitators. I think that adds to the diversity of our menu. And Nico also helps us run more, which I like. The head coach likes that. I think the players hopefully like that if they can get some easy baskets. We'd like to get a few more of those. But his passing, his skill level, his size, all those things, fit.
He's. Did you not hear it that time?
Hot damn, we got two Bams, baby. We got two Bams.
We got two
of them.
And
whoa!
Dude, by the way, Slim is right.
Yeah.
Slim is right. I just heard.
Yeah.
Heat Cake Factory. Giant menu, dude. Heat Cake Factory, dude. Well put, Slim.
Ew.
Heat Cake Factory. The menu is so large. We got every meal. Yep. It's like a book. Wow. That's what we got now, dude. This is not just you're not going to Waffle House where it's one sheet.
Nope.
I got a novel of recipes. That's what we're cooking up.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Heat Cake Factory means something different now that Kyle Lowry's not here.
Back after this.
This hour of Tobin and Leroy is sponsored by Miami Lakes Auto Mall.
Big T-shirt, Billy Eilish. Watch on my wrist, but I want that diamond. Talk crazy when I pull up in silent. Mile high, run that back, some stylish. Talk big.
All right, welcome back.
Watch on my wrist, but I want that diamond.
Did you guys see that Josh Allen's pants turned over on him in Paris?
What?
Yep.
What do you mean turned over on?
Josh Allen, known for turnovers.
Uh-huh.
He tweeted out yesterday, "My pants ripped at dinner.
Oh, no.
Didn't want cheeks out. I love Paris."
Whoa. How tight are his pants?
Apparently they were too tight, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Apparently they were too tight.
He's a big guy, too.
He might, maybe he's just enjoying. He's just enjoying it a little bit too much when it comes to his pants. Eating a little too much. I don't know.
It's fair. I guess people who are critical of our boy Tua because they saw him that performance with Darius Rucker that he was a little on the heavier side.
Yeah, we don't have to always fat shame Tua.
Yeah, look, Josh Allen's out here ripping his pants.
Josh Allen can't even find stupid pants that fit. And especially in Paris, they love the French love fashion. Okay, Fashion Week.
Yep.
So the fact that he's going to be walking out there cheeks out,
Jesus.
assless chaps for old Josh Allen.
Anyone surprised that Josh Allen is behaving this way in Paris?
Did says there's a video of him with a sweater tied around his waist. He wasn't lying. Oh man, listen, if you're going sweater around the waist, something embarrassing happened because who's doing that anymore? What is this, 1997?
Another thing, look, whoever finds this Dunkaroos and a person wearing their sweater around their waist, that would be the vintage 90s look right there.
Yeah, seriously. By the way, this was interesting. So yesterday, a couple things on the Dolphins front, right? First, Jerome Baker cut.
What the hell was that? Was that even discussed? Did anyone even mention that?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. When you heard Anthony Weaver and his opening press conference, there were two notable guys he didn't talk about or didn't even list because listed a lot of guys, even Wilkins. So I was like, oh, that's good. I felt like that was good news.
Yeah.
But he didn't mention Xavier Howard. Very noticeable. Obviously, Xavier Howard going to be gone, or he is gone, going to be gone, and they can't use his money till June 1st. But Xavier Howard cut. Jerome Baker also not mentioned. Cut. Wow. So he, it was unfortunate for Jerome because I always felt like, here's the thing, Jerome Baker, very solid Dolphin. But I don't know if he really got his flowers up until that last game on Hard Knocks. I thought that was kind of cool because he's been here a while. He's a very long tenured Dolphin. And I just felt like for him, he didn't really get that respect, but I do think people seeing him play through the injuries the way they did and what he did to rehab to get back out there, I do think that bought him a lot with the fans, especially there at the end, who, kind of was, oh yeah, he's our middle linebacker, but is he a star of the defense? Do we think that he's like one of our best players on defense? No, but still had a pretty decent career with the Miami Dolphins. It's not a position that has a lot of flash to it and pizzazz to it. So I don't know. They're always saying, this is the thing that's always funny. They always say, we're leaving the room. We're leaving the window open for a return. I never believe that. I never believe that the window is open for a return. When the coach doesn't mention him, I was like, all right, they're moving rats off a ship in another direction. David Long did seem like he came along really strong last year, especially after having some friction with Fangs because, the old love friction. They think it's always their way of the highway. But now that old man Fangs is out of here, now I think David Long could probably flourish a little bit more, but they got to find a partner next to him.
Oh, nice.
They got to find a partner next to him. I don't know who that's going to be or what direction they go. That's the thing that's going to be interesting about this draft. There's so many ways it feels like they could go with this 21st pick, and especially with all the quarterbacks that are going to knock down good talent to them at 24. Listen, all I'm saying, Chris, don't blow this pick, dude.
Yeah.
Don't blow. This feels like it could be somebody who can help you immediately. Don't get cute, okay? Yeah. You find because there's a lot of places we need talent. You get the best damn player that's out there. I don't care if it's a center. I don't care if it's a linebacker. I was
going to ask you that.
I don't care what it is, but that dude better be ready to play day one. That's what I want. None of these, we cannot have a Cam Smith on our hands. We cannot have a Noah Igbenogany on our hands where it's like, oh, this kid has got all the talent, but there's a little bit of no projects. You don't have time. You basically need to do what the Heat did. You need a Jaime Jaquez.
Yeah.
You are in a window right now ready to win right now. You need cheap production right now. You need to get somebody who can produce. I don't know where that's at. Go to a lot of different positions. There's not a lot of places where I saw, like, even the Dolphins. There was one, I think, Pro Football Focus. They mocked a wide receiver to the Dolphins.
What?
I'm like, at the first round pick, I get it. You don't have anything past Tyreek and Jalen Waddle.
They don't get the ball,
but you have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Yeah. So I need somebody who's like ready to rock. Week 1, they're like, this dude will be ready. I don't care if it's a center. I don't care if it's a guard. I don't care if it's a linebacker, but they got to plug in a spot right away. That's what needs to happen. According to the Miami Herald, they say, according to a source, Baker agreed to take a pay cut from his near $11 million base salary in 2024, but the sides couldn't agree on an exact number. That's got to be a rotten situation. What do you say, $3, Bake?
Okay.
He's like, counterpoint, 10.5.
Yeah, exactly.
$4.
Couldn't find middle ground there. I see.
$4. No.
That sucks, man. You're 100% right, though. I think if you're a Dolphin fan, Jerome Baker was like, wow, what is this guy? Who cares? He doesn't really do anything. But then that time that he missed and we had Duke Riley out there chasing running backs and stuff, it made you appreciate Jerome Baker.
Yeah, it definitely did. He definitely could cover guys. I don't know if he was like the most impactful middle linebacker in the league, but he did a fine job. Nobody could replace him.
Yep.
I mean, like, it's like people were looking for that, but I am it's not surprising that he got gone after the defense coordinator not mentioning him, but there's a lot of reshaping. This is gonna be an interesting couple of weeks, man. An interesting couple of weeks, especially could have some new weapons. Could have some new weapons. Reports are that the Dolphins in contract talks with a possible new weapon for their offense. We'll tell you about that. Plus, Tyreek Hill doing that thing where he says a lot of words, and I don't know how well it's going to reflect on the QB. I'll tell you about that next.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tagovailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Leroy out for the day, out for the week, rest of the week. Leroy enjoying some nice rest and relaxation, much deserved for our guy there. But we will hold it down here until 2 o'clock. Let's get to some headlines. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy a truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Double win last night for South Florida. The Panthers take out the Devils 5-3. Sam Reinhart, empty netter for his 45th goal of the season. Nick Cousins with a pair of goals. The Heat beat the Pistons 118-110. Jimmy Buckets, 26 points. He scored the last 7 for Miami to seal the win. The Heat announcing yesterday after the game, Josh Richardson is going to have season-ending shoulder surgery, and that is the reason for the Patty Mills signing. And about this, a little bit of UFC news. We have UFC 299. The UFC is in town today. Is media day over with the UFC. Tomorrow is the press conference.
Are you going to any of those?
I might go to the press conference. I might go to the press conference.
You know you like a presser kerfuffle.
I do like a presser kerfuffle. The only thing is, I don't know, 6 o'clock. Then it's going to be done 1 at 7. Come back from Miami. That's like I might as well drive to Disney World.
Yeah, it's
but I don't know. I would like to go to the press conference. I wasn't going to make it today because I didn't want to show up like halfway through the media day.
Yeah,
but the press conference, I can make the whole thing.
Yeah. What if just don't come in to here? So at least it's only one trip. It's still going to be late.
Nah, I'd rather just come in here because then I'm going to drive and then I'm going to drive through to get down there. I don't know. I think I'm going to go tomorrow. I'm definitely going fight night.
Nice.
But anyway, news: Merab Dvalishvili. He is going to serve as the backup fighter for the main event, which means, for everybody who doesn't know, he is going to weigh in on fight day. So, for example, let's say Chito Vera.
Yep.
He comes in too fat, which when we talk to him, I mean, it seems impossible. That guy is using every scientific method there is.
He was in a sauna.
Hyperbaric chamber, sauna, cold plunge. Seems like he's got all the tools. But let's just say he weighs in and too fat.
Yeah.
Well, then he can't win the belt. UFC could go, nope, Merab's going to fight for the title because he made weight. Now, it does mean he has to make on 135 pounds. You have to make championship weight. You cannot be a pound over. If you're not fighting for a belt, they always give you the grace of an extra pound. You could be 136.
Okay.
So,
didn't know that.
Ironically, Merab, who is probably more deserving of the title shot, and objectively, I don't really understand why he's not fighting for the title. Well, I do understand why. Because he's a grappler and he's a wrestler. He's not as flashy. I don't think he's boring.
It's boring.
I don't think he's boring. I like it.
A lot of hugging.
He has a great pace.
Side control.
Takes people down. He does have a lot of side control.
I hate that.
He deserves it, though. Anyway, he's fighting. He is going to be the backup fighter for Sean O'Malley and Marlon Vera. If he doesn't end up fighting, I'm sure he will end up fighting the winner for the belt.
Okay. So either way, what you're saying is no matter what happens in the weigh-in, we're going to get a good card. Or good finale to the card.
Yes. I'm saying even if like by some chance, because this actually happened. Did you see what happened on the Jake Paul card?
I did not.
So Jake Paul fought this weekend in Puerto Rico. Amanda Serrano was in the main event.
Yes.
And Amanda Serrano never fought. She had something that went on with her eyes. Like I guess she said like the hair product got in her eyes and blinded her.
Oh no.
So she legitimately they canceled the fight right as she's supposed to walk out. They had to refund like $1 million gate.
Damn, dude. That's
crazy, right?
Man, what sucks is one of my all rights or something like that prior to the fight was, Amanda Serrano gets an opportunity to fight and this happens. That sucks.
Yeah, it's no bueno. But Anyway, Merab is going to weigh in.
Nice.
Looking forward to fight week. We will have some fighters on tomorrow from the main card, which I'm very excited about. We already had Cheeto on. Yeah. We had our boy Gilbert Burns. See Gilbert Burns yesterday at the Heat game?
Oh, halftime, right?
He got a jersey. They gave him a Heat jersey that said $2.99 and then put Dorino on the back.
Damn.
So he got interviewed by Will Manso. And then I saw he was up in the booth. He was talking to Tommy Ty.
Yeah, he was
which
on
made
for
me happy.
Dude. He was on the Heat audio experience.
Was he?
Yeah. Dude.
Oh,
We gotta
man.
get that.
I want to hear that. I want to hear what Tommy, because Tommy's a boxing guy. I try and get him into the martial arts. I try and get him into the mixed martial arts, but I would love to hear Dorino on. He did a great job with Will. I saw him with Will, and he did a fantastic job selling the card, breaking down the card. So it was interesting. Dade South also points out that Camila Cabello was there as well.
Oh, was she?
Oh, she was.
Oh, was she?
She was indeed. And it was interesting because Camila Cabello.
Okay.
Not Caballo.
Not Caballo.
She apparently is friends with Jimmy Butler, eh?
Oh, friends.
Friends with Jimmy Butler.
Courtside kind of friends, apparently.
She had a jersey. She had a 22 custom jersey on.
Wow.
And then she posts on social media a picture of Jimmy Buckets and just goes, "That's my friend. Jimmy.
Wow.
Go Jimmy." And then a bunch of rocket emojis. In fact,
what does that mean? How
4,
many?
5, 7 rocket emojis.
7? What does that mean?
7
We have to dissect that.
rocket emojis.
It's a code
for Cabello. And I don't know, dude. I think Camila, there's two things here.
Because he scored the last 7 points.
That's true. You're good. There's that. Also, we saw the fodder last year of Shakira.
Look at that.
Well, maybe Jimmy has a new pop star in his life.
Tell you what, he's
a star, dude.
He's a star.
He's a star.
He absolutely is. He's reaching new levels now. She saw that Fall Out Boy video and was like, I don't know who this band is, but man, that Jimmy Butler.
Love me a goth cowboy.
Whoa.
An emo cowboy.
That was honestly, this is probably one of the smartest things he's made. Obviously, the Big Face Coffee, brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Starring as the lead person of this Fall Out Boy video is going to completely change his career.
She put on the Instagram that the kids use. She used it. She was a picture of Jimmy, and then she just puts on the back of it. I love it. Which JVig is telling me is her new song, but double entendre there. You know what I'm saying, dude? Interesting.
Shakira, you have 24 hours to respond.
I don't know, because
24 hours.
I don't know.
We got to watch the story. We got to be boots on the ground.
She also, but look, this may not be a romantic thing. This could be she wants Jimmy Butler to revitalize her music career because that's what he has the magic touch. He saved Fall Out Boy.
Wow.
Senorita was a long time ago, dude.
How
long ago was that song?
2015, maybe?
That's a long time ago,
Dude,
dude.
come on, dude.
A long time. So you just need 2018. JFig's telling me
28.
you need to get back on your horse.
6 years.
I love it to work out. So all of a sudden you bring Jimmy Buckets. He is he's a video vixen. That's what Jimmy Butler has become.
Wow, look at this. It was 2017 it debuted. It peaked in 2018. It peaked in January of 2018. We're already way past that.
I'm just telling you. Have they made a music video for this yet?
I don't know.
I love it.
Oh, if they did and they didn't include Jimmy Butler, it's horrible planning.
Interesting.
Yeah, it hasn't done anything since I'll say 2019. That was her last number one hit was 2019.
Look, and you want to know what happened in 2019?
What happened?
Jimmy Butler came to the Heat. Now, all of a sudden, Camila Cabello.
Look at that.
Just bring a collabs with Jimmy Butler. Boom, you got yourself a revitalized star all of a sudden. Very interesting. Now, not as interesting.
Yep.
As what's going on with the Dolphins.
Oh, I don't know. It's pretty interesting.
It's pretty interesting. I understand. It's probably a bad lead of it. But anyway, not as interesting as what's going on with the Dolphins. Tell you about that next.
This hour of Tobin and Leroy is sponsored by Miami Lakes Auto Mall.
No fight. Shakira. I never really knew that she could dance like this.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Want to let you guys know that we have a pair of tickets to give away for Slightly Stupid and Dirty Heads. They're coming to, I think, Financial Amphitheater in August. We've got JFix tickets to give away, so keep listening for that. Marcus, can we get a weather update from the Demesman and Dover Law Firm? YourAccentAttorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
Yeah, let me go on to the Windowplex. It is currently a 79 degrees outside, mostly cloudy. Had some rain earlier this morning in the overnight. Did you experience that in your area as well, Tobin?
A little bit,
right?
damp. My dog wouldn't go outside today. I'm like, you better not be in the house.
Okay.
She is a princess when it comes to that. She goes, it's raining. I'm not going outside. But
Yeah.
to be fair, she never has house accidents. Very housebroken dog. She'll just hold it. I don't know how she holds it so long. I'm like, I'm not going to be back till like 3 o'clock. Are you sure you don't want to be in the rain?
That's fair. There's many problems I have with my Chihuahua peeing inside the house. Not one of them. So that's good. But there
Do you have one of those bigger Chihuahuas like the
Yeah.
Taco Bell, or do you have a toy Chihuahua? Like a
No,
little...
I kind of wish I had a toy one because like the barks wouldn't be as annoying. So this is a Chihuahua mixed with I don't even know, but it's long. It's like a greyhound. It's no, don't ooh it. It's a bad dog.
What?
It barks. I don't like this damn.
You
dog.
don't. Is
sheds
it
a lot.
your fiance's dog, or is it your dog?
It's my fiance's dog.
You inherited the dog.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Dude. It's the worst. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's the worst. The worst part is it's not a real dog. It doesn't really do anything. So when it barks and it's like, there's someone at the door, someone at the door, someone at the door. It's like, what are you gonna do about it, dude? What are you gonna do about it? There's nothing you can do about it. Also, it's very like, please love me. And I'm like, oh my God. That's what I sound like. Please love me.
All right.
Thunderstorms. Today as well.
Thunderstorms.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
Got that to deal with. Hey, listen, I'll guarantee everybody it's going to be terrible on Sunday because my son has a flag football game. So just be ready.
That's true, actually.
Just be ready. Still meeting about those makeup dates.
Wow.
Let's get to it.
What's going to happen like in regards to, because you said not every team needs to make up.
I don't know. But they're like, deadline for spring for the Tyreek Hill football spring season. I'm like, don't you guys kind of owe me a season? Like, I got to pay you guys another $150 for a season. Like, don't you guys owe me a season? Like, the weather has canceled out all his games. I feel like I got some games in hand that I'm owed.
You should. Yeah.
Like, don't I get to use those as credit? Like, can I pay $40 for the next season?
Okay, I'm sorry. You want $110 discount?
I want a $110 discount.
No
This is
way.
ridiculous. This is a shakedown.
$75 off.
I'm going to go to that tent. I'm going to do some negotiating.
You have to.
I'm going to do some negotiating when I get there.
I missed 3 games last season. Does that equal $60?
I don't know. All right, couple things with the Dolphins. First off,
yes.
Instead of talking about all the subtractions that have been prevalent over the last few days, very interesting that yesterday news was revealed. I believe Schefter was the first one I saw reported, but then other outlets have hooked into this. That free agent tight end and former FIU Panther, Jonnu Smith, is visiting with the Miami Dolphins.
Nice.
And already in contract talks.
Already. Damn.
I'm intrigued. I'm
I am
intrigued.
intrigued.
Because you want to know something?
Yeah.
We need somebody big to catch the ball.
We do.
We need somebody big to catch the ball. All love to Durham Smythe.
Love Durham
who
Smythe.
came along in the second half of last season.
I really do.
We know
like
what he is first. He's a blocker first.
Yeah.
He's a pass catcher second.
But I like him as my second option.
Right.
Yeah.
But we need somebody of some stature who will actually run a route. Unlike Chase Claypool, who's just freelancing out there willy-nilly.
What is that?
We need somebody who Mike McDaniel will actually trust in the tight end position who will throw the ball to. Because listen, there's no pleasing this Mike McDaniel when it comes to the tight end position.
True.
You know, like this guy is looking for some kind of unicorn. This is what George Kittle did to him, I guess. Yeah. So the fact that they're bringing in Jonnu Smith, he had a nice year last year with the Falcons.
I was just looking at it right now.
Yeah, had a nice year. He had 2 stinkers in New England. But can I really blame our paws up man? Because you got McCorkle as your quarterback. What can I hold against you? You know what I mean?
Very true.
If you have McCorkle just torpedoing your career, I can't blame Jonnu Smith for that.
Well,
how am I to blame? Imagine what he does with Tua, though. Oh, wow.
He had comparable numbers to Kyle Pitts. So being on a team with like this tight end phenom and still being able to produce, wow, I like that.
I saw that Kyle Pitts was calling out Florio because Florio went on McAfee and he had said that Kyle Pitts and Kirk Cousins have been in touch with who will wear number 8 next season. Okay. He says, "This is funny. You guys will come up with anything."
That sounds like something that's like I would make that up.
That sounds like it sounds like something. Oh, I don't know who you think's gonna wear 8. Oh, we did see it was the demise of Dwayne Wade and Chris Paul.
That's true.
You know, so maybe it's a bigger deal than we think. Yeah. But yeah, Jonnu Smith, former FIU Panther, is visiting with the Miami Dolphins. Look, it's good. I'm happy to see we're talking about some moves that we're making. You know, so much doom and gloom right now because all we're talking about is guys leaving and too much money and contracts. And I want to talk about some new stuff, dude. Like, let's get to it. We've been talking about the same people leaving for the last 4 weeks. I want to talk about who we're getting at 21. I want to talk about weapons we're going to be adding because we need to tinker, dude. Okay. If you're Mike McDaniel, you need some new weapons and get things going. And we got, you know, a star wide receiver at the peak of his powers right now.
Yeah, he is.
And, you know, he's got a, you know, I mean, he seems to have a lot of faith in Tua.
Well,
what?
You said faith?
Yeah.
I mean, think so.
What do you mean?
I don't know, man. My boy's been talking. You know, Tyreek Hill does that thing from time to time.
He talks. He's a chatterbox.
He says some words, dude. And I think you taught me this earlier in the show, if I'm not mistaken. Sometimes you got to read between the lines, right?
I mean, I did tell you that. I mean, I was referring more to the Heat. I mean,
I think you can apply it to other situations.
What do you mean? Like, what are you trying to get at?
Have you seen Tyreek Hill on the pivot?
I saw some clips. I saw he's very mad at Rick Ross.
Indeed.
I saw that made national news yesterday. I saw he was very mad at Rick Ross.
Yeah, man. A couple other things made national news other than his beef with Rick Ross, though.
Which, by the way, it's a great point because he's like, Rick Ross is sitting here. He's trying to use wings. This is a Wingstop promo. He's like, can you go help?
The guy's a businessman.
I kind of feel like that is the most helpful Rick Ross can be. He's not a fireman. And like, you know, if Rick Ross's Instagram, if like nobody knew about the fire, now they know.
Yeah, it's true. I think he was upset that like Rick Ross didn't even call him about it. But I'm like, what am I going to call you? I should call the fire department first, probably, right? Tyreek, your house is on fire. All right, cool. Thank you for calling me. Don't let anyone know. There's a fire, sir. People are going to know.
Okay, so what did he say that caught your attention? Not the Rick Ross thing, because that's, you know, like, is there going to be something? Oh, okay. Like, is there going to be something like with Tua that you're diving into because you're rats off a ship?
I'm just look. If there's anyone who's a defender of Tua, who's called him the most accurate quarterback in the league, it's Tyreek Hill.
He has built him up.
Yeah,
he has built him up.
Look, if there's anyone who's going to be 100% honest or maybe even lean towards defending him, it'll be your star wide receiver, Tyreek Hill. But I got some clips from this pivot interview I want you to listen to. And maybe you can teach me that read between the line things a little bit more, because based off what I've already learned, I think I'm getting something different from what's being said here.
Interesting. Okay.
This is the first one. Tyreek Hill talking about how Tua had a season that he needs to build off. You know, this is a good season for sure.
A building block.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
You know, pretty good. Positive words from your star wide receiver.
This year, and I'm going to talk about Tua, then I'm going to get back to Patrick. Yeah. This year for Tua, like, this is like a build-on season because this is obviously his best season of his career. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go from accurate to being that fearless, cocky, or not really cocky, but you know
the way
he
plays the game.
Though. Yeah, like the way you play the game, like
Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady.
He gonna continue to add on to his game. You feel me? Right. Like, cause he got the skill set and he got the supporting cast to do it. You feel me? With all the weapons that he got around him. Now Pat a different dude.
Whoa. Okay, hold on.
All right. Okay.
First of all,
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Like, okay, like he's saying he's building off it.
Yes.
I think that's fair. You know, like this was a year. What was the biggest thing for Tua this year? Got to stay healthy.
Yes.
But Pat is a different dude right now.
Okay.
He's got 3 rings in how many years? 6 years?
For sure. Pat is a different
He's
dude.
a different dude.
Absolutely.
He's a different, but that doesn't mean that Tua is not a talented quarterback. That like there's nothing that bad about what he said there because like what could he possibly say about Patrick Mahomes that means that he's a different dude?
Look, we know Tua isn't Patrick Mahomes. We also know that Tua, according to what Tyreek said, had a good year, accurate, has the skill set, right, and a great supporting cast. So what is he missing?
What is that? What is that? It's a
bad dog.
Why are you? What do you mean that's a bad dog?
He does not have that dog in him.
So
dude.
hold on.
He's missing that's
ridiculous.
dog in
That's
him.
ridiculous, dude. How
Missing
can you?
dog.
You can't claim
Have
that
you
Tua
seen
doesn't
my
have.
dog? Please
Dude,
call this number.
You don't. You can't say that Tua doesn't have that dog.
If you've seen this dog, please call this number.
He came back from a concussion,
Okay,
broken
dude.
hip,
I mean, he's
took
like,
martial arts.
He's resilient. People are resilient sometimes.
You can be resilient and not have that dog in you.
There's different dogs, aren't there? We talked about my Chihuahua. What kind of dog is inside Tua? I know what kind of dog's inside Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill.
So you're saying he's more of a Saint Bernard, can live in the cold, but he won't be a guard dog and put the fear of life in a junkyard.
I need a junkyard dog in my quarterback.
What?
Dan Marino had that dog in him. We've seen Dan Marino yell. We've seen Peyton Manning yell. We've seen Tom Brady yell. We've seen all of the. You ever seen Tua yell?
I haven't seen him not yell.
I've seen him pout.
I have not seen him pout.
aggressively.
I have not seen him pout. I've not seen him pout.
I've never seen him yell. Look, we know that you need that aggressive spark to be a quarterback in this league that's going to be great, right?
Mm-hmm.
But his own star wide receiver says, I don't know, maybe the leadership that he has, which again differs from Patrick Mahomes. Look, dude, I really think if Tyreek Hill can be himself in these favorite interviews,
he is himself. But you got to say, Marcos, he also tells whoppers. You know, like he's a whopper teller. So let me hear what he has to say on Mahomes.
This is what he had to say
but
about
then,
how Mahomes
and I'll
handles
be the judge of it.
Now, Pat a different dude, and I'm gonna tell you how he's a different dude. I can't remember what year it was, but we was like on a bad streak. All like his supporting cast was playing bad. Me, Kelsey, all of D-Rob, Miko, Sammy, we always playing bad. This dude called the whole offense up. He called the whole offense up. This was like on a Tuesday, I believe. He called us all up. He cussed all of us the out. Like, and me and Pat, we go back and forth. Yeah. But that was a moment right there where like he stood on business, and it was like, bro, I really respect this because he really just called out all his weapons, individually pointed us out, looked us in the eyes, and said, bro, Reed, you think you so fast, but you can't catch the ball. You want to be the best receiver in the game, and he was letting me have it. Then he went to Kelsey. Then he went to D-Rob. Then he went to Sammy. Like he went to all of us, calling us all out. And in that moment right there, I was like, yo, it's go time now. Like that put so much, like that put so much, like, I don't know what it put in my fuel in my heart, bro. Like that next game, that's when we begin to get things rolling. Because you never want to get called out by the leader of your team like that. You don't. Yeah. You don't. And it's like, bro, I'm not gonna let nobody down in the circle right here no more. And we start killing after that. And that's one thing that our quarterback, he gonna add, you know what I'm saying, to it. Because with Pat, we all had a relationship with Pat. Like we'll all hang out, we'll all, you know, do stuff outside of football. And in Miami, we're still building that.
Okay.
Whoa.
Dude,
this is worse than I thought.
Dude, it's not worse than you thought.
Now that I hear it again, this is actually getting worse. Now, thank you for teaching me how to read Pat, because this is so much to take, dude. Wow.
I don't like what you're doing.
He's gonna add it. Which means
he's gonna
have it.
Okay, but first of all, are we gonna just ignore the fact that Patrick Mahomes enraged, sounding like a frog, is gonna call everybody?
Okay, that is
like, you know, it's fair. Like I'm just saying,
yeah.
you think you're so fast, bitch. Like, it's a great story if
Yeah.
you feel like you're gonna have this enraged voice on one side.
And what was this, his third year? Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe his third, because by the time Tyreek was there, this whole
I don't like
dynasty
those.
hadn't
I
started.
didn't like the way those comments came off from Tyreek. I didn't love the way that came off.
Yeah, our quarterback will get there one day. That's what I heard.
Well,
One day.
okay, but here's the thing. Patrick Mahomes is awesome. He's ruining it for everybody.
That's fair.
He's ruining it for everybody. He is different. I mean, I can't. Tua's not Patrick Mahomes, but nobody is right now. Nobody. He's already chasing Tom Brady.
Just sucks, man. He's been a good soldier this whole time. Tyreek, people would hit him. Don't you miss the Chiefs? Don't you miss?
He
Patrick
does seem to miss the
Mahomes?
Chiefs very much. I would like his Chiefs fawning to just dial it back a bit.
I feel like
I would, because it used to be Dolphins Don King. Like he would just hype up the Dolphins.
Yep.
I think at one point though, I did see a quote in this interview where he did say, I didn't see the video clip, but I saw on Twitter where he said he still thinks the Dolphins are the better team.
Yeah.
That the Chiefs just got us any given Sunday. Which that's the Tyreek Hill I like.
That's the one that
just
I like
in
for
denial.
Sure. Yeah.
That's the Tyreek Hill I like. All right, so okay. Is there anything else that he having to say?
Look, so far it's just been a comparison of Patrick Mahomes and Tua, and I understand he's not Patrick Mahomes, but something about that leadership that you need to be able to communicate with someone and them not take it personally. And apparently that's not happening in Miami, according to Tyreek Hill.
You know what I'm saying? It hasn't got to that yet, but I feel I'm telling you, this year it's gonna get to that because we done had some battles in there. You know what I'm saying already, but it ain't been a battle where it's like we can have a conversation, but then we can come back the next play and be like, "Hey, bro, I think you should do that." You know what I'm saying? It's been, nah, f you, and then I'll talk to you later. You know what I'm saying? Or the next week, and we don't need that. It need to be like, look, bro, we need to do this, yada yada yada. You need to get open. I need to be better. And then we need to come back and then talk about it, not have grudges against each other, because we all trying to win.
That's the best.
We all trying to win, man. You know what I'm saying? Being able to have them tough conversations, you know what I'm saying, is needed, I feel like, bro. Because that got us better when Pat did it.
Yeah.
It made me want to kick his ass, but it made me want to get better, man.
Wow. Okay. Well, okay. Now, look, you know what I heard there?
What did you hear? What did you hear?
My quarterback, too emotional. Too much of a baby.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said. You are a bastard. That is not what he said.
Baby.
He's not what he said.
Christmas.
If anything, he's
Christmas is great.
Christmas is great. And if anything, he's just saying like, oh well, you know, he wants him to hold guys more personally accountable.
Yeah.
All right, fine. That's fine.
Yep.
But it's different times in the careers. Like Tyreek Hill was not the Tyreek Hill that came to the Miami Dolphins, hired gun, you know, putting up monster numbers. What possibly could Tua say to Tyreek Hill? Hey, Tyreek, why don't you catch 1,900 yards? He's broken the Dolphins record twice.
He had some key drops last year, though.
He did have some key drops.
Hey, let's not fumble in Germany, dude. Take the 2 yards and let's go.
Okay, but it's tough when you're also fumbling. Like you can't say that.
He led the league in fumbles.
He did lead the league. He got some lucky bounces. I will agree with that.
Not bad snaps too.
I will agree with that. I don't like what you're doing.
I'm just saying.
I don't
man.
like what you're doing.
I'm just like
I don't like what you're doing, and I don't like what Tyreek Hill did on the pivot.
Can read between. The
I wish like Channing would have said to him, "Hey man,
what are you doing?
Knock it off."
No, man. I mean, look, the cheetah speaks the truth.
No, he doesn't speak the truth. That's not true.
Except for when he totally lies.
Expect when, he lies a lot. He tells.
True.
He's not a flat out liar. He's just a whopper teller. I don't even know if I believe the Patrick Mahomes story.
What do you mean?
I don't know if I believe it.
What are you talking about?
I don't even know. First of all, so are you trying to tell me that Patrick Mahomes and him, so he wants to hang out more? So like Patrick Mahomes, the Mahomeses had game nights and the cheetah would come over?
I do think they'd have actual game nights, and then Jackson would be there and he'd be annoyed and he'd leave. But for at least 30 more minutes than he was with Tua. Apparently Tua doesn't do anything but go home to his family.
What a bad guy.
Play his little guitar.
What's wrong with that? You gotta decompress.
You know what, dude? I need you to go have a brewski with the boys.
What?
Dan Marino had
Hold on,
brewskis with
in
the boys.
fairness, Tua had a baby at home this year. Even if you're the most famous quarterback in the world, okay, go tell your fiance you want some brewskis with the boys. You do it. You do it.
No, I'm not.
You do it.
I'm not.
No, you do it.
Tyreek
I
Hill
dare
invited
you.
me.
I dare you with a newborn baby to say,
Yeah.
Tyreek, I'd love to have you, have some Brucey's with the boys. Like Tyreek's like, hey, Tua.
Yeah.
We're going over the bruise room, man. Why don't you come on. And then you I hate you. I don't care if you led the league in passing. Okay. Listen, man, my wife's not in the mood right now.
Really.
I'm gonna have to call a rain check on that.
Patrick would have did it.
What?
What? Oh, sorry.
Did Patrick Mahomes even have kids when Tyreek Hill was there?
I don't know. He has 3 now. Where do they come from? They don't just grow or something like that. I don't know. How long has it been?
Ridiculous. Take a break. Back after this.
WQAM
Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Leroy out today. Frog Boy co-hosting alongside this shindig. Slanderous clips. Slanderous clips from the pivot. I don't like it.
I tell you what, the only thing that was edited was the curse words, though.
I understand, but like, so he's basically saying the long and short of it wasn't that Tua's a bad quarterback. He feels like he's got to be a little bit more vocal.
Absolutely.
Is the way I took that.
Also, I mean, but not just like more vocal as in, because you can have that dog in you silently.
What?
Silent dog. Muzzle. You can muzzle your dog for sure. Some people just, walk with a stick. That's like, all right, can't mess with that guy. He also said, I wish my quarterback was tougher and not a little whiny little baby. Actually, I think
he didn't say that.
More or less, that's what he said. He said he wanted more toughness and a personal relationship.
He didn't say toughness. He said he wants everybody to be able to go face to face and be confrontational if things aren't going well.
We're saying the same thing.
We're not saying the same thing. You're saying
you're
you're implying that he said Tua's not tough, and that's not what he said.
Yeah.
He implied that Patrick Mahomes is a little bit more direct with his conversations about what they need to do better, and then they just move on. That maybe if there are bad grudges with the Dolphins, it seems like maybe guys were holding on to feelings a little bit more in the Dolphins locker room.
Huh?
So
I agree. He is a little too emotional. Tyreek, that is a good point.
I do think that's a big transition, though. Like Bam's talked about this challenge with the Heat, where he is talked about it being, it's a challenge for him to be a vocal leader. Like he is a lead by, there are people who are leaders by examples, and there are people who are vocal leaders. And you do need an element, I think, with quarterback. Yeah, you obviously have to be more vocal. I'm sure he has been more vocal, but some people, it just comes more natural to him. Patrick Mahomes is also like, you could see he's a little bit psychotic. Like, remember that play that happened at the end of the Bills game where he felt he got screwed and he was ready to fight people?
That's true.
I don't know if I could ever picture Tua doing that.
And I don't want him necessarily to do that. The same way I don't want him to be Patrick Mahomes. I just need a little bit more. I don't need you to be Lamar Jackson. I just need you a little bit more. But I don't want to constantly feel like I just need a little bit more.
Patrick Mahomes is ruining it for you. Like, he's ruining it for everybody. That's why, because he's doing it at a ridiculous rate with everybody.
Absolutely. Which is why it's like 5 years in, and you're telling me that Patrick Mahomes in his second or third year is yelling at Tyreek Hill? Come on, man. Like, that's, I don't want to hear that. Tyreek, lie next time or something, dude.
Right, dude, are you ready? You've done enough venting on this. Are you ready to mix it up? The Mix Bag brought to you by Broward Health. Well into your future.
All righty then. Beep, beep, beep. D.Wade. But not the one that you...
No, not
probably,
the one.
Yeah. Not
Intangibles, Wade.
Indeed, I should say. Yesterday, Dean Wade continues the tradition of Wade dominating Boston sports.
Certainly did.
By leading a comeback without Donovan Mitchell. By the way, we found out without Donovan Mitchell, a Cavs team able to overcome a 22-point deficit.
Yep.
Embarrassing, dude.
Only 17 points by the Celtics in the fourth quarter. Outscored 34-17.
That is embarrassing. Dean Wade, the guy leading the charge, this is what he had to say about his big game versus Boston.
So where does outscoring the Celtics in one quarter by yourself rank for you?
Ranks pretty high. Yeah, it was felt good. Fourth quarter, the rim looked really big.
He was 5 for 5 from downtown in the fourth quarter, had 20 points. Celtics had 17. That's a good game.
That's a good game.
That's a good game.
That's a good fourth quarter. Tell you what. Even Jason Tatum gave Dean his flowers, which of course you would.
Oh, yeah.
Which of course you would.
Yeah, I mean, tip your hat off to him. He had some tough shots, some shots off the dribble that, you gotta give up something. You're not just gonna shut down everybody. He stepped up big for his team tonight and hit some big shots, and he was hot, and basket got bigger.
I love the fact that always seems to be the Celtics talk for anything is like, oh, they hit some shots. Like, that same thing's going to happen when, like, every day every game there's going to be, when the Heat beat them in the playoffs, it's going to be like, oh, Caleb Moore went off. He hit some shots. Oh, Jaime Jaquez, he hit some shots. Nico. But dude, that I'm going to tell you something right now. That Nikola Jović, 5 for 7 from downtown, is going to hit like crack in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. What else we got, dude?
Let's go from basketball to football. This is one of the most polarizing figures in all of sports, though. Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Recently, he was on, I think it's Eddie Bravo, correct? Was that?
Yeah, jiu-jitsu guy. He's friends with Joe Rogan.
Eddie Bravo.
Big into conspiracies.
Indeed, which is perfect. Lines up
perfect. If you wanted a podcast for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, well, this is him starting another conspiracy or another wacky theory that he'd be able to play for a few more years. This is Aaron Rodgers.
How can I be my best with my diet today, with my fluid intake, just everything down to a T to try and get better. And I got back on the practice field late in the season and couldn't get to a top speed sprinting, but really been in a good place rehab wise from the start and feeling really good. And, again, I'm hopeful I can play 2 or 3 or 4 more years, but you need to have some good fortune there too.
4 more years. 4 more years.
4 more years.
Would he be older than Tom Brady by the time he retires if he plays 4 more years? Tom Brady, made it to like 42?
He went to 45.
45?
Aaron Rodgers is currently 40, so no, he'd be just shy of that.
Which even more remarkable, Tom Brady.
We're all dismissing them, like Aaron Rodgers off an Achilles injury. There's no way the Jets are going to be good this year. Is that stupid? Should we respect them more?
So the problem is obviously just the fragility of his health is what depends on how successful they are. Because I'm a smart man, I do all of my judging on how good a team is based off of how many people play with them in Madden. And don't never guess how many people actually play with the Jets and a healthy Aaron Rodgers and how formidable of a team that is, to be honest. But I just don't see him holding up because I feel like he went to some crazy place in Hialeah to get his Achilles fixed, and it's just gonna pop in the 3rd game because MetLife is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you could trust it either.
Can't trust that, place, dude. Not until at least they play the World Cup soccer and change that horrible turf.
Yeah, he's got to play on that death turf again.
I'm telling you, for like 8 games or 9 games, it's not gonna go well.
What else you got in the mixed bag, man?
I have Dak Prescott, another polarizing quarterback here. He is defending Cowboys culture. If you know anything about how Dak Prescott,
Cowboys culture, they don't have
strange.
I've never heard that saying in my life. What the hell is Cowboys culture? Everybody think they have a culture. You're not all the Heat. Okay,
just do that.
You're not the Heat. You don't get to just say we have a culture. No, you don't. Your culture is what? Jerry Jones? Like that's it.
Yeah. If by Cowboys culture you mean annoying fans and whiny babies, then yeah, I agree.
All right, what did this Dak Prescott have to say?
This is him defending it.
Yeah, the culture's high, honestly, and the culture's great from my standpoint. Something I've always bragged on and took pride in. So if there's questions of that, concerns on that, I feel attacked. I'm sure some guys in the locker room do, but at the end of the day, it's a business, and the way that this business plays out, people don't get exactly what they wanted. There's always sourness, I guess you can say, somewhere. And so, yeah, I don't want to make anything bigger than what already comments have had.
All right, whatever, dude. You lost to Jason Sanders.
So true. Best game of his career.
That was a great game.
That was really good.
It was a great game.
Absolutely.
You got anything else in the mixed bag, or is
no, sir?
All right, the bag is empty.
Yes.
One bag that's not empty is the cat bag. The Panthers winners again. Little cat talk coming up next.
The
50 WQAM. Take you up until 2 here on the program. Let's get to some cat talk here. Brought to us by our friends over at, you guessed it, Celsius.
Ooh.
Hockey fans, don't sit this one out. It's game time. Make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of
Your Florida Panthers?
Oh, your Florida Panthers.
the Florida Panthers.
You enjoying those drinks, guys?
Oh, yeah.
Those bevies? What are you doing, Marcos? You child.
What? Leroy's not here. A little ASMR.
You got to do it. You got to do it. The Cats win yesterday 5-3 over the New Jersey Devils. And a game that the Devils were feisty. They were feisty. They had some fight. They had some fight and feist.
Yep.
But not enough, dude. Not enough. Not enough for the Cats. Not enough for the 90-point Florida Panthers who just keep rolling. You go over there right now. Like, look right now. You go look at their – if you go look right now, Marcos, okay?
Yep.
Their last 2 losses, 1-0, 2-1. Like, when's the last time the Panthers got smoked? When's the last time the Panthers were out there and they lost by a lot of goals? Like, just were never in it. Good luck, dude. Good luck trying to find it with how.
I kind of don't want you to be saying stuff like that.
Why?
Based on your history, I just feel like you should.
What does that mean, Jennifer?
I do feel like we're unmushable this year.
Yeah, I don't know what you're saying, and also,
yeah, and I would like to continue.
Oh man,
I don't know what that has to do with anything. Like,
Right.
last year was just as fired up about the Panthers, and they went to the Stanley Cup final.
Stanley Cup, and it was different. It felt different.
It does feel different because it feels like this is the next step.
Yeah.
They've taken the next step, and they cannot be stopped. The Panthers have made a trade.
What?
Yep.
What's like the Florida Panthers?
I have no idea. This
Overnight?
Yep. They traded for Vladimir Tarasenko. From the Ottawa Senators. According to TSN's Darren Drager, the Senators are expected to receive draft picks as part of the trade. 4-time NHL All-Star. So he's now added to the Cats. Big time. As
Vladimir
Dade South says, we should probably get David Dwork on the line.
Yeah.
And see if he can tell us if this guy's any good.
Olashenko,
Sounds like he is good.
4-time All-Star.
Yep.
All right.
You know what that is,
He
dude?
also has that look in his eye.
You know who doesn't rest?
Who's that?
Bill Zito. He don't rest.
He don't rest.
The Panthers GM Bill Zito, he don't rest, dude. He's always looking at stones and he's turning them over. All right. He's looking for gems. That's what he does to bolster this Cats roster even more. Because how many people could sit back here and be happy being atop the NHL and just be like, we're not going to do anything. What do we got to do with things for? No, you go for it. You go for the jugular.
Not the first time he's done that, too.
No.
We won the President's Cup. He traded our best player.
That's right. Traded Huberdeau.
Yep.
Amazing.
And look at us now.
Vladimir.
Okay. Okay.
What?
Of course. It was only a matter of time before.
I mean, I'm just, that's
probably how he sounds, though. Probably.
If you ever get to interview him, please do not.
Why not?
Open up with that.
Vladimir.
Alan
From Yaroslavl, Russia. Hello. Vladimir. Anyway, Cats win last night. Let's hear some of the action from Doug Plagans.
Yeah.
Nick Cousins getting the Cats on the board.
Jack Hughes here on the near side pass intercepted. Gus Forsling on for Nick Cousins. Panthers back in. Cousins pocket picked by Hughes, and he's blasted by Sam Bennett here along the near side. Back in go the Panthers. Cousins into the far circle. Backhand try. He scores. Upstairs on the backhand. Nick Cousins gives the Panthers a 1-0 lead here in the early stages tonight.
Yep. Getting set up by Matthew Tkachuk, who's just setting everybody up. Matthew Tkachuk would also have an assist on the next goal to Evan Rodriguez. Cats go up 2-0. The Devils would bring it to within a goal going into the second period and then tie things up midway through the second period until Etu Luosterainen said, no more ties.
Kulikov taking a long look ahead on the money. Great feed to Luosterainen in front of the net. A shot. He scores. Etu Luosterainen gives the Panthers the lead once again. 3-2 the score with 7:23 left in the second. And what a pass up the ice to get that one going. Etu Luosterainen breaks the 2-2 tie, and the Panthers are in front again.
So we go into the final period. Nick Cousins, he's like the State Farm guy, dude. All right.
Why is that?
Adds a little insurance.
Oof. J-Fig? She didn't immediately go against it, dude. So
No, she liked it. That's a point.
That's a point.
Point for
Don't speak for me, guys.
Here's the goal call.
Oh, sorry. I was just so focused on the point.
Face-off near circle down to our left in the Devils zone. Panthers up 3-2. Off the face-off win. Kachuk has it. Forsling a shot. It's tipped. They score. And the Panthers take a 4-2 lead. Forsling got the shot to the net. It was tipped out in front. And it looks like Nick Cousins may have gotten a piece of this one. The Panthers are up a pair once again.
Wow.
Panthers up a pair.
Yep. And I normally wouldn't play an empty netter, but it's Sam Reinhart. He's up to 45 goals in the season. Rhino, just for good measure, gives the Cats one more.
Reinhart looking back out front. He's got it side of the goal. Takes a couple of whacks at it loose. Out at the blue paint, out to the line. Let it drive toward the empty net. It's batted at. They score. Sam Reinhart, the empty net goal. He found that loose puck in front. He jams it home. It's 5-3 Panthers with 7.4 seconds to go here in the third period.
Man, put it on them. And it was tough keeping track. I was like, I got them, I got the Heat. They're happening at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, the Heat were holding on for dear life against the
Pistons.
Detroit Pistons before Jimmy took it home. And then Sam Reinhart let me breathe easy and watch the end of that Heat game. But crazy right now, man. The Panthers are absolutely on fire. They will be back at it coming up tomorrow, hosting the Philadelphia Flyers. 7 o'clock puck drop. We got a busy day tomorrow. We got the Panthers in town, and we got the Heat on the road. Let us hear from the wisdom of Paul Maurice after the win for the Cats.
We played our best hockey in the third. That's about the kindest thing you could say about that game. I think both teams have players that can move the puck and make plays, and neither team could do that tonight. I mean, we didn't pass the puck well. They didn't pass the puck well. There was offense that could have been there that died. So you just want to find yourself to get marginally better as the game goes on. We had a lot of emotion in our game last night. We knew this would be a tough one, and it was. So we didn't look like ourselves. So we weren't trying to get back to form. We were just trying to get a little bit better.
Nick Cousins and his fourth
Yeah.
career 2-goal game. What can you say about?
Yeah, I think that line is, they keep getting better. They keep holding on to pucks and starting to read off each other again, like we saw last year in the playoffs. Just some time together. So, you know what? I want to be. He played well. I thought the Lundell line gave us some speed and did some really good things. I don't want to be too disrespectful to the game of hockey. It just wasn't something that we'll use to try to get better. We're not going to spend a lot of time on what happened in here tonight. I liked the fact that I thought we skated our best in the third. It just wasn't particularly well played.
Yeah, and you also got to think about the fact that they did that second night of a back-to-back. So to play your best in the third, and Mola was actually bringing this up. He's like, man, we just got to see how these Cats are going to respond in this third period, second night of a back-to-back. And they responded with a victory. Nick Cousins, a big reason for that. This was him in the locker room after the win.
The right side had some good plays. I thought, Chucky made a good play on the first goal to kind of break me free there in the first period. And then second one was just kind of lucky. Just kind of went to the net. We kind of drew up that play just before the draw, and fortunate enough to get a second of it.
6 consecutive wins. You've won the last 16 of your last 18 games. You're atop the NHL standings. What is the key in being able to sustain this level of play?
Oh, I just think the consistency that we bring. We have a game plan each and every night, and guys are going out there and executing. And it's been a lot of fun coming to the rink. Everybody's pulling on the same rope, and we got 4 lines that are contributing. Each and every night. It's different guys every night, and I mean, when you do that, you have success. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun right now. Just gotta make sure we keep it going into the playoffs.
Yeah, they are rolling right now, man. Looking forward to tomorrow night's game. Give us some quick headlines. Rest of it brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Thank you, Jay Fig. The Heat beat the Pistons yesterday, 118-110. We'll get back into that in just a few minutes with 15 minutes of Heat. JRich is having season-ending shoulder surgery, and that is the big reason for the Patty Mills signing. The Dolphins, they released Jerome Baker. They're reportedly visiting with Jonnu Smith, former FIU Panther, former Falcon, Patriot, Titan, and they are apparently in contract negotiations. Hurricanes host the Boston College Eagles tonight at 7 o'clock, and you'll be able to hear that right here on WQAM. And did you see the Kelsey brothers yesterday, Marcos?
I did.
The
They
tour
got,
continues.
Got a little bobblehead, right?
Yeah, they had I guess Kelsey night at the Cavs game yesterday.
Which is like we really ran out of everything.
We did. We've run out of. They need more honoring.
Yeah,
the Kelsey brothers.
Night. That's great.
That's
That's
wonderful. They got to sit courtside. They got to chug beers.
Give them a bobblehead.
Give them a bobblehead. Give them jerseys. You see that Kelsey,
Wonderful.
Jason got a frame jersey.
Look at that. What a life.
Yep.
What a life they live.
What
a life they live.
So are you saying that he's not
You're happy
deserving
for him?
of any of this, Marcos?
I don't think he deserves a night in a basketball game. No, I don't think the Kelseys deserve.
He didn't play
a
for the
night.
Browns.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, they were born in. Do the Heat do that? No, because we're a real franchise.
Do
Why
we
would
have guys, a pair of brothers who were born here?
Lamar Jackson night? Why not? Why not?
I don't know. Does Lamar Jackson like the Heat?
I mean, look, we can find some South Florida icon that potentially likes the Heat. Like, I mean, do you think they really like the Cavs? Does anyone really like the Cavs?
No.
Exactly.
No. Nobody really likes the Cavs.
So,
well, they did get honored yesterday.
Yeah,
but our own Heat, they honored themselves with a victory, beating the Pistons. We'll talk about it. 15 minutes of Heat. That's next.
This hour of Tobin and Leroy
Lakes Auto Mall, Kendall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, home of the $8,000 trade. Kendall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.com.
I didn't like that intro.
That's fair. That's fair.
Where's my
Here, the slow?
Yeah, I just it doesn't feel like 15 minutes of heat. It feels like
I was a little confused at first.
no disrespect to Flo.
Come on, you don't like Flo riding?
No disrespect to Flo. He once got kicked out of a Heat finals game. Probably, I think the one where Patty Mills was going off against us.
Yeah, well, he was probably yelling obscenities at Patty Mills. Now it's gonna be awkward.
Yep.
15 Minutes of Heat is sponsored by Miami Lakes Auto Mall, Kendall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, home of the $8,000 trade. Kendall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.com.
15 minutes of heat for your ass right here on 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. We got Rats Off a Ship coming up later on this hour. Also, we'll give away that first pair of J-Figs tickets to Slightly Stupid and the Dirty Heads coming to I Think Financial Amphitheater. But before that, your Miami Heat victorious last night over the Detroit Pistons. They beat them 118-110. Did not cover. It was very odd fourth quarter. The Miami Heat
Very odd.
Could not hit a three-pointer to save their life up until the very end. Terry Rozier ends up finding Duncan Robinson for his first three ball of the fourth quarter. Jimmy Butler, he then would get bucket in the paint, put the Heat up 5 because this Fontecchio just would not stop hitting threes. He just kept it close. But then Jimmy would hit a 3-ball dagger right over him. And that was basically all she wrote for Miami. But a fun game. We talked a lot in the first hour about Nikola Jović getting kicked out of the game and Spo fawning over him. But Duncan Robinson was another big part to this one. He just continues to light things up. And it does make for an interesting question. I don't want to always do this when it comes to Tyler Herro because I like Tyler Herro a lot. I think he works hard. Clearly, has, as John Calipari has said, giant elephant balls, a guy who lives for the moments and is clutch. And this is a big postseason coming up for him because, this is where he said before the year, he wants to make himself untouchable. He wants to prove himself to be on that level with Jimmy and Bam. But I got to tell you, I kind of think there's an argument right now that Duncan Robinson is the third best player on the Heat.
Oh, third?
I think, very obviously Jimmy and Bam. Okay.
Yeah,
Jimmy, Bam,
sure.
Jimmy, Bam, Jimmy, Bam. That our 1-2 is set. Okay.
But not even Scary Terry. You're going Duncan over?
No, I'm not going Scary Terry. I think
Caleb?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Let me hear you.
Nope. I think between the shooting he provides, the connectivity that he has with every lineup that he's out there with, supposed to this right before the All-Star break, just it makes everything better. Yeah, it connects everything.
Just made him a Bluetooth speaker, dude.
He connects everything. He's a lot like Bluetooth. You can link up. Bloop, bloop.
Oh.
You want to hear my string music?
Yeah.
Bloop, bloop. Right over to the Duncan Robinson iPod.
Perfect.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. I'm telling you,
iPod.
I don't think it's crazy, Marcos. Because, look, it was Jaime Jaquez's team.
Oh, for like a week.
But he showed himself not to be ready for it to be his team.
Oh, okay. So
got to start hitting some more threes. He hit that rookie wall hard.
Yeah.
He has not shot the same way. Once he starts shooting again, look out. It'll be his team again. Okay.
Yeah.
I know he's the marketing darling right now, and Jaime still does great stuff.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. He is starting to round back into form, but it's not Jaime Jaquez's team anymore. Okay. Tyler is the obvious choice of the third best player on the team. He's the third leading scorer on the team. So you'd be like, oh, Tyler Herro, duh.
Yep.
But we've now had 2 long-term injuries here. And
he's 25 games this year.
The Heat really haven't missed a beat with him gone.
Yeah.
They've gone on 2 of their better runs in the season with him missing a lot of time.
Yeah.
And I know that to say that it's addition by subtraction, I think is unfair. I'm not doing that. I'm not here to say that the Miami Heat are better without Tyler Herro.
Oh.
But I am here to say,
are people saying that?
There's always scuttle with that. Every time something happens, people want to make it because Tyler's not out there thing. I don't want to do that. I think Tyler Herro can be very valuable to this playoff run. However, coming at the expense of less Duncan Robinson, the numbers are starting to dictate with the record. I think Simon Sperling had this number. What did he have? As far as their record right now, I think with him playing 36 minutes or more.
Yeah.
I think they're 13 or 14-1 this year.
Yeah.
When Duncan Robinson plays that much. Am I supposed to ignore that?
Yeah.
Am I? I don't know.
I think, and I heard on the opposite end, when Tyler Herro plays and scores over 25 points, that we have a losing record.
Here it is. Simon Sperling. Go follow him on Twitter. Really great follow. He says 14-1 when Duncan Robinson scores 18 or more points. Duncan Robinson plus 149 as a starter. Heat are 18-6.
Damn.
Am I just supposed to ignore it?
Plus
I don't know.
149. That's crazy.
I don't know. It's just, but I don't think I can.
Got that dog.
And I think that he's got that dog in him. You know, he's already embarrassed Jaylen Brown this year.
Yep.
But the question is going to become, once Tyler Herro returns, Tyler Herro is having a great year shooting the basketball.
Nah.
And he has tried to make the adjustments. He has.
Yeah.
You can't sit here and say Tyler Herro hasn't tried to fit in, changing the rotations. He's been vocal about it.
Float Mingo.
You know, the float mingo. Well, he's great at the float mingo. I don't think there's anybody on this planet who shoots a one-legged runner better than Tyler Herro.
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering if you really had to say who is truly if the Heat, if you were to put their poster up and say big three this year, which is crazy because this man, Duncan Robinson, was out of the rotation before the playoffs last year and really stepped up. But if you really had to put that third, if we were to do a silhouette, right? And we were to say, Bam, Jimmy, do you still say Tyler or do you think Duncan? J-Fig?
I think Duncan is. It's not. How do I say this? I don't think it's wrong to say Duncan.
Damn, dude.
Kind of sounds like she is saying Duncan.
Sounds like she's trying not to hurt Tyler's
sounds
feelings.
like, it sounds like you're not trying. I'm not trying to hurt Tyler's feelings either because I like Tyler
I'm
Herro.
trying to hurt his feelings, but I feel like
I'm just trying to
be more consistent.
If anything, I'm trying to give flowers to Duncan Robinson. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do. Do you have that call yesterday of that bucket that he had early in the first where he just basically broke the internet?
Duncan. Oh, he did the Smitty again. He got Thompson all turned around. Oh, nice job by Duncan on the reverse. Wimby, call and tell everybody about it.
Yeah, he had that one on Wednesday, but this time he goes dribble behind the back. I'm just like, look, we know how good he is as a shooter. It just didn't even see, like, it's not even just the fact that he gets to the rim at a great rate. I would say still Tyler's a purer scorer than he is, but it just seems so seamless with everybody, you know?
Can I tell you why I think we have to not so fast on this?
Why?
Fourth quarter, couple seconds left in the game. I don't know a lot of people who can make a shot the way Tyler Herro has made a shot time and time again. Duncan can make a three. Duncan can do a lot of things, but is he fourth quarter, 3 seconds left in the game, get Duncan Robinson the ball?
I don't know if you're generally going to say, are we going to ISO with Duncan Robinson?
And that's when you need a bucket.
And be like, pull it. But like, dude, some of the threes that he's hitting this year, like it always used to be like Duncan Robinson want to reset himself to make things clean as possible.
Yeah.
But the fall away threes that he's hitting into the stance, the deep threes that he's hitting, you know, Tyler was doing a little bit of that right before this injury hit. And I was like, good. I want to see Tyler Herro hit, you know, because he likes those things, those clean looks too. And I get it. You want things to be as clean as possible, but I don't know. There's just something in Duncan's game, man. He's just got a little bit more to him. And look, he's maturing. You know, he's maturing. You know, Tyler, what are they, 5 years apart in age? You know, Duncan Robinson could be his grandpa.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Maybe a bit strong. Maybe his uncle. But I'm just saying that Duncan Robinson is having such a tremendous year. And I don't know what Spo does because I'm looking at this and I'm saying, all right, Terry, Duncan, Jimmy, Bam, Nico. Nico has to stay.
Yeah.
I've determined that.
Yes.
You can't lose Nico. Okay. Fit's too good. We basically have two Bams. If you guys were listening earlier in the show,
two Bams.
You guys
Eric
determined that
basically
there was
said,
two Bams.
Yeah. Did you agree? Did you hear that too, J-Fig? Did you think that Spo was saying we basically have two Bams?
I kind of want to hear it again.
Yeah. If you guys didn't hear it, here was Erik Spoelstra. And he had talked about, because Nico got kicked out of the game yesterday, He likes that. He doesn't want to take the competitive fire. But listen to what he has to say about Bam Adebayo, Nikola Jović playing together, starting next to each other.
Man action between the two of them. Will we be running, actions with those two guys in particular? I don't know. The ball has to go to a lot of different places. The one thing I do know is they both have great skill level, and it's almost inverted for us when your two bigs can both handle. They both can pass. They both can make plays. They can both finish at the rim, and they both feel very comfortable just being facilitators. I think that adds to the diversity of our menu, and Nico also helps us run more, which I like. The head coach likes that. I think the players hopefully like that if they can get some easy baskets. We'd like to get a few more of those. But his passing, his skill level, his size, all those things, fit.
Wow.
Wow.
Two BAMs, dude.
Two BAMs at the same
That
time.
is two BAMs. And also,
two
I
BAMs.
can't help but I just love the way that he said that he adds diversity to the menu.
Mhm. He does. He does. As
Menu.
Slim has said, it's the heat cake factory. It's a deep menu.
Cake factory.
It's the heat cake factory. It's a deep menu right now.
Nice. Put that on a shirt.
So proud of you, Nico.
Oh, okay.
And all it would take was opportunity and hard work. And look at you now. Now, listen, have to keep temper little bit in check. Don't want to lose that fire that Babushka had back in day. But, Nico, I'm so proud of you. Look at you before BNP coach's decision, and now coach saying you just like Bam. And we have two Bams. And Bam, he's like my nephew.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize. Babushka.
I'm so proud of you, Idris.
Oh, first name.
Wow. That's official.
Mama Jović.
Weighing in.
Loving it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want you to interview her one day.
I'm too scared.
Yeah, that's fair.
Too scared.
I would be too.
Dade South says, this sounds like a WEEI show topic. Is Derek White the third best Celtic? Well, it's even more EEI because it's debating two intangibles.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Who do you think is the better one?
Which apparently one is a grandpa.
I just think, no, look, it's more of me just praising Duncan Robinson. This really has more to do with me praising Duncan than it does bashing, because I'm not bashing Tyler. I think Tyler's had a nice year. Are they 16-9 without him? Yes, they are. And that's a very good record.
25 games.
Has nothing to do with anything. All
Did
right.
you call him a hipster or something?
What? Hard to say. I don't recall.
You called him something.
Well, I don't like just throwing things out there.
Oh.
Jen. I don't know what he said, but I'm just saying Duncan Robinson has had a great year, and I think it's the more. I guess the way I'm saying is the more Duncan Robinson, the better. And I don't know, what that means for when everybody's healthy. If everybody gets healthy, who knows with this Tyler Herro? Dude gets some injuries. The injuries pile up with him.
Wow.
But
add that to the list.
But with what do you mean?
I mean, you just tend to lean towards, for someone who's not necessarily rats off a ship, you kind of lean towards.
That's what I'm saying. The more he says it, the more he tries to convince himself that he's not hating on Tyler.
I'm not hating on Tyler Herro. If I cannot be clear about this, I'm a fan of Tyler Herro. I root for Tyler Herro. I'm not one of these people on the internet that say things, Tyler Herro, brittle bones, can't stay healthy through a serious run of the season. I'm not one of these people that's out there saying, Tyler, no, I'm just saying, I'm not one of these people. I
want to see all these receipts of these people talking about
just
Tyler
go ahead
Herro
and
this.
Just type in on Twitter. You can do a Twitter
I'm pretty
search
sure
yourself.
they all lead to your Twitter.
No, they're not. I'm telling you, but I'm not one of these people that says Tyler Herro couldn't hold Duncan Robinson's jockstrap. I'm not one of these people that say that. I don't say that. I don't say
pretty
that.
creative.
Yeah,
I don't say that.
I think I've heard you say that.
Pretty sure I've heard.
I'm not one of these people that says Tyler Herro plus minus if you want to get really big on the minus side. I'm not one of these people that say that. I don't say that.
Oddly specific.
Okay? I don't say that.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Tyler Herro. It's just Duncan Robinson, dude. I mean, what are we supposed to do? I guess, am I supposed to ignore this? Am I just supposed to bury my head in the sand like an ostrich? He's been awesome.
He has been awesome, but that doesn't mean you have to be so rough on Tyler.
I wasn't being rough on Tyler
I
Herro.
think you are. I really think you are.
I like Tyler Herro a lot. I think that the kid works his ass off. He's he's definitely grown in some facets, as much as in other ways where I
It
would
sounds
have.
like you're doing a whole pros and cons list.
What have
There's
I
a lot
like?
of
No,
cons.
it's just that Duncan Robinson's added some stuff to his game.
Okay,
and Tyler's kind of the same Tyler.
Oh. Maybe he just was already an all-around player. That's why he didn't need to necessarily add anything.
Maybe you could one could say Tyler Herro is he a more all-around player? Perhaps you could
One
say
could say.
One could say that. One could say that.
Perhaps
other people could say, kind of the same guy with like a little more pizzazz and runners.
Okay, all right.
He's had a great year shooting. But, needs the perfect look all the time. Won't necessarily chance it from deep or
I'm glad
over
that
anybody.
we're here not to allow you to.
But I'm not
slandering.
No, J-Fig, I'm just being clear here. I want to be clear here. I'm not one of the people out here saying Tyler Herro gets blocked more than a South Florida highway. Like, I'm not one of these people saying that.
Which
because
highway?
I don't believe that. I'm not one of these people that believe that, dude. I am a huge Tyler Herro fan. Where you going?
For someone who doesn't believe it, it stays stuck with you.
Yeah, happens more than
for
once.
this whole time.
Really is. And I mean, to think at one point you made a "I Love Tyler Herro" baby song, but now we know you were just using his name for clout.
What do you mean?
The lovely ballad put together.
I wasn't using him for clout.
Seems like you were.
I mean, I wrote that song when he's 19, Taylor Swift, you think she always goes back and say, let me play Tim McGraw.
Oh,
Times changed. Now she's, in love with Travis Kelce, not Tim McGraw.
Was she in love with Tim
And then,
McGraw?
by the way, I wrote in fairness, I wrote a song for Duncan Robinson too.
That's true. That's true.
Which they played at the Sioux Falls Skyforce.
Huh. So once you saw more success with your partnership with Duncan, you became
if anything,
began your journey to be rats off a ship.
It's not true. If anything, I would say that I always write my songs in the ground floor of a player. But
sure.
Just saying. Anyway, we got to play Rats Off a Ship. Back after this.
Previously on
Tobin and Leroy.
Tyler Herro's a fraud. Tyler Herro, soft as Charmin. Never going to be a big-time basketball player. Tyler Herro cares more about fashion than basketball. Tyler Herro isn't even as good as Cork Maz. Tyler Herro is a charlatan bum.
I'm Chelsea Messenger.
Rats off a ship.
Get your floaties on, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for our favorite Wednesday game. Rats off a ship. Go around the room. Jennifer will give us some topics. We'll tell you whether or not she murdered that bird or not.
She did it.
Not the same segment.
What do you got today, J Fig, for Rats Off a Ship?
Well, first I have Zion Williamson saying he'll do dunk contest if he is named an All-Star.
Saw this.
Oh.
Zion Williamson. He's been an All-Star before, first of all, so it's not like he didn't do it back then. Now all of a sudden you want to do it. You got to tell you.
Is he blackmailing the league?
I don't know what he's doing. Rats off a ship. Everybody stop promising me the dunk contest. Either do it or don't do it. I'm tired of these year proclamations where everybody's like, oh, I'll do the dunk contest if. I'll do the dunk contest if there's money on the line. I'll do the dunk contest if I'm an all-star. If you want to dunk. Enough. Who says you got to be an all-star? That's not the rules. We got G-Leaguers doing it. Zion.
Oh, okay.
Also, Bam kicked your ass.
Oh.
And he beat you in a dunk contest. Oh, he'd beat him in a dunk contest, dude.
All right.
He'd beat him in a dunk contest.
Okay.
What does Zion dunk like once a year now? I mean, the guy doesn't even dunk anymore. Remember, we're a long way away from Duke.
Man, even the high school tapes.
My God.
Crazy.
Amazing.
Yeah. He was light.
Apparently Zion is not talking about dunking basketballs, but he's talking about dunking donuts.
Damn, J-Fig's getting into the fat shaming thing,
dude. That is messed up.
Wow,
That wasn't me.
No, you didn't do it. Too late.
That was a chat.
Too late, Jennifer. What else? Where are your rats on this, J-Fig?
They're off the ship. Come on.
Rats off a ship.
Especially after this last dunk contest.
Over,
fair.
dude. I'm over it. Especially like the fact that Jaylen Brown got sent to the finals by pity.
Oh my God.
Ridiculous.
That was robbery.
Yeah, it was horrid. But I did see, I tell you one thing. I saw a Jacob Toppin dunk that he did like in the practice. I guess he was saving this for the finale.
Oh, okay.
Might have been the greatest dunk I've ever seen.
What?
Oh my God, it was amazing.
No,
He like threw the dunk behind his back, caught it, and then dunked it. It was incredible.
What?
He should have led.
the link, or it didn't happen.
He should have led with that.
Yeah. You know, sometimes I see like these amateur dunk contests and there's these creative dunks that I've never seen before. And I'm like, if anyone would do that, that's a 50. Why don't they just steal it? That seems like it's very simple. Go on YouTube and steal. I do it all the time. Allegedly.
Where are your rats?
Rats off a ship, indeed. I agree with you. Every year someone
Rats off a ship.
They hit you with the old, yeah, I'll do a dunk contest. I've heard it with LeBron. I've heard it with John Morant, this and that. Yeah, we've heard it all before, dude. Okay, so let's see. Oh, yeah, he should have led with that.
Should have led with that. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Behind the back, pass to yourself.
Yeah, 360 too.
Yeah,
wow.
That was so good.
Yeah, Jacob should have led with that one. Dude.
Yeah.
Next time.
Oh well. I get it. You want to save the best for last, but you got to get there first.
Got to get
there. You cheat the game. The only one you're cheating is cheating yourself.
I don't think it's the same thing. I don't think that even applies to this situation.
What do you got for number 2, J-Fig?
Francis Ngannou knocking out Anthony Joshua this weekend.
Oh, that's this weekend too?
Friday.
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 Oh, yeah, isn't it like Friday afternoon?
Yeah.
Damn. Dubai.
That being said, rats off a ship. I don't think he's going to knock out Anthony Joshua. In fact, I think there's a bigger chance that Anthony Joshua knocks out him.
Wow.
I don't think AJ is going to take this lightly. I think he had the element of surprise with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury showed up really fat, even fatter than normal for his fight. Very clearly didn't take it seriously. Joshua's looked pretty good in his last couple of fights. I think Francis is in trouble.
Oh,
I think he's in trouble.
Damn.
I think he's in trouble.
If he let's say
in trouble.
Damn, dude. That's a proclamation.
That's 3 times.
That's 3. In trouble?
Trouble, dude.
All right.
J-Fig?
You know what? I kind of want to agree with you because if anyone knows, it's you.
That's true. That is true.
But I'm going to say I'm not rats off a ship.
Oh, wow.
Oh!
You go, boy.
How about that? What about you, Marcos?
Dang. I'm not rats off a ship on the
You think it
idea.
can happen?
I think it could.
He has a puncher's chance. We've seen him do it in boxing.
For sure. I do agree with you that for two reasons. Not only because he saw the footage from Tyson Fury and said, I need to watch out for this guy, but also because of his mishap with Ruiz. I think he's more susceptible to understanding that sometimes all it takes is one punch.
All right.
But he still has a chance.
What's number 3, J-Fig?
Sorry, I have an incoming sneeze coming.
Oh,
In the meantime, Russell Wilson on the Steelers.
Oh, a lot of chatter around Russell Wilson on the Steelers. Not rats off a ship. Seems to make some sense.
Ooh.
You know, Mike Tomlin, I don't think he's going to be overbearing. They'll try and find maybe a coordinator that goes more to his liking than an egomaniac like Sean Payton. And plus, the Steelers are full of annoying people. Like, I'm sure they'll love him over there.
Yeah.
Not rats off a ship. J-Fig?
I'm not rats off a ship. I mean, is this confirmed?
No, it's rumor.
Okay.
It's spotted.
It's a rumor. Okay. Well, no rats off a ship. We'll see.
Marcos?
Also not rats off a ship. I can see it happening. I don't think they're in position to draft a high quarterback, and they need a replacement. So might as well start there.
All right. Give us one more there, Berterer.
You know what? It's allegedly, because you guys don't believe me and it didn't happen, okay?
Allegedly.
The Dolphins bringing back Jerome Baker. Apparently, the doors are reportedly still open after cutting him.
You know what? I like Jerome Baker.
Me too.
But rats off a ship. Yeah. Anytime they say the door's still open, the door's not still open. It's just something you say. It's like these coaches who are like, you want to know a tell that the guy's not coming back?
Yeah.
When all these coaches are like, he's earned the right to be a free agent. Yeah, we know when the contract runs out, dude. You don't have to tell me he's earned the right to be a free. Who hasn't earned the right to be a free agent? Has anybody's contract gotten to that point and they've been like, well, he hasn't earned the right to be a free agent? No, I know nobody's earned the right to be a free agent. Your contract is over. So whenever a coach tells me that, I'm always like, they don't want him back, or they're too cheap to bring him back. That's why I don't think Christian Wilkins is coming back. I don't think Jerome Baker's coming back. I don't think Xavier Howard's coming back. All these, the door's still open. No, it's not.
Wow.
If it's a door, it's like a screen door. Like, I can bust through the screen door like the Kool-Aid man. But no, the door's not open. Ridiculous statement. J-Fig?
I mean, after you cut him, why would you say that? Rats off the ship.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Ridiculous.
Rats off the ship.
So like an ex. It's like, I mean, maybe, we can get back together. Just
No, you cut it.
Yeah, exactly.
You cut it.
Then why do we break up?
Why do we break? Oh, you want me to come back for even less money? Tail between my legs? I'd rather go play on a minimum for the Panthers than come back.
Try the XFL.
Where are your rats, Marcos?
Yeah, as much as I would love a reunion with Xavier Howard and I would love a reunion with Jerome Baker, I'm rats off a ship on that idea. You don't cut them if you think you could reunion.
Rats off a ship.
That is rats off a ship right now. Caller number 7 to 305-567-0560 is going to win J-Fig's tickets to Slightly Stupid and the Dirty Heads. Dirty Heads and Slightly Stupid coming to I Think Financial Amphitheater in August. We got J-Fig's tickets right now. So caller 7 to 305-567-0560. It's a Live Nation show. We're giving them away right now. Caller 7 to 305-567-0560 will win a pair of tickets to Slightly Stupid and the Dirty Heads at the I Think Financial Amphitheater in August. Caller 7 wins the tickets. Final hour of the program coming up next.
wish somebody would have told me, babe. Someday these will be the good old days. All right,
welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQM. If you missed any of today's show, you get the Tobin and Leroy podcast available for you on the Odyssey app and where all podcasts are available. Also, you guys can watch us at YouTube and Twitch live, Miami 560 WQAM, and then on demand. We got clips up there as well on the YouTube and Twitch page. So check it on out, everybody. Let us get to our headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Who won the tickets, Marcos?
Jason from Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, Jason from Fort Lauderdale. Well,
Yes,
congratulations to
indeed.
Jason. Congratulations to him.
Told me not to make fun of him because he had an AOL email.
Oh, so he's old.
He's one of the old. But, you know,
He's one of us.
Yeah, I don't judge.
I mean, AOL, that's a really old.
Jesus. If I call your house,
I
phone-
had one.
Oh, yeah, of
You
course.
had.
Well, my account still exists. I just don't really use it
why
as
is
my
that?
primary
Jason?
one.
And why would that be?
I'm sure my
Why would
MySpace
that
still
be?
exists. I don't log into that. If you guys want to be in my top 5 in MySpace, though, I still have the password.
Do you?
The-
What is it?
Frog Boy.
The Panthers, they win yesterday, but they also have made a trade today.
Whoa.
They have brought in a champion winger, Vladimir Tarasenko, from the Ottawa Senators. According to Florida Hockey Now's George Richards, the Cats, they give up a 2025 third-round pick and a conditional fourth-round pick this summer that becomes a third if the Panthers win the Cup. Just like the sound of that. Ottawa is also retaining 50% of Tarasenko's cap hit.
Can I put money on this Panthers winning the Cup? Futures? That's a future, right? If I put money on
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I probably won't get great
You want,
value.
you want me to see? I can look right now and see what on the Hard Rock app, see what the futures are.
Again, I probably won't get great.
I think they're the
value.
favorite right now, Marcos.
That's what I'm saying.
You might have
Should've
wanted
did
to get
that
on
a long time ago.
Probably.
Tua MVP future on that. I'll tell you what.
You're not sincere there.
Marcos -1. Just give yourself one.
That's fair.
-1 for Sass.
I'm glad you
I
recognize your
think-
sass.
Personally, it's really just going to be a win when we make Boston cry in the playoffs. But, you know, I'd like to know if I can get a little extra money.
A little extra squeeze on it. The Panthers right now, not bad. I mean, 7-1. There's a
7-1.
lot of, not like there's an overwhelming favorite, but yeah, they're 7-1. Edmonton is 8-1. Colorado's plus 850. Dallas is plus 900.
Okay, so there's
Carolina
there's
is
no
plus 900.
overwhelming-
Yeah, Boston's plus 1100. So yeah, I mean it's not an awful number to get it at,
Yeah,
man.
it's actually
7-1. You get a
7-1.
little something there, a little
Yeah.
something.
Actually, I think I'm gonna take. I think I'm gonna take that.
All right, there you go.
Damn.
Meanwhile, let us get to this. The Pinks also made a trade.
Did they?
Oh yeah, dude. Listen, Beckham don't sleep.
Wheeling and dealing.
You may think that, you know, a handsome man as himself, David Beckham, that he's just going to rest on his laurels and just be like, hey, love, we're happy with the roster. You got Suarez, we got
Be
Messi.
honest.
Be honest.
We need more.
They are getting a deal with a midfielder, Matias Rojas.
Oh, Rojas.
So
he's good.
There you go. Matias Rojas is going to
Rojas, my
go to the
boy.
Pinks. The Pinks just keep adding, dude. That's what they do. The Fortin Herons.
That's what they do, man.
A beautiful thing. You guys see this? You guys are familiar with Ryan Leaf?
Yeah, I
All-time bust, Ryan Leaf. Been through some stuff. Was known, J-Fig, in the locker room for yelling at reporters. Leave me alone, will ya?
Are you saying he didn't have
Love
that
it.
dog in him?
It just didn't go great for him. It was a big debate between him and Peyton Manning.
Oh,
He didn't seem to have the wherewithal to, translate his tools
Is he a
into
Gator?
being a good quarterback. No, he played for
Ryan Leaf wasn't a Gator.
no.
Ryan Leaf.
You're thinking of Chris Leak?
Oh, that is what I'm thinking of.
-1.
What? Why? Got a Leaf?
Stupidity.
I don't think we have that.
Pretty sure Ryan Leaf's Washington State.
Stupidity. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is Washington State University. All right.
The Cougs.
The Cougs.
Played for the Cougs.
It was in Boca.
But he has a take on Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams, who is all the buzz, of course, didn't do his medicals.
Crying baby.
Seems to be really trying to steer his career where he wants to go, not just get picked by a bum team.
Yep.
Which look, I gotta be honest with you. This Caleb Williams, he thinks he's rocking the boat. I remember we did this with Joe Burrow too. Like Joe Burrow had a lot of these things. See, here's the thing: people think they invent things. They don't invent things. When you've been around as long as old Tobes, you hear the same storylines over and over. And Joe Burrow, same thing with Cincinnati. Like, didn't want to go to Cincinnati. I don't know if I want to go to Cincinnati. Now look at him, locked to the Bengals for life, dude. So Caleb Williams, this whole posture, maybe he won't go there. We've seen it like 2 times in history. Elway, Eli Manning. That's it. That's the list. And he's going to end up on the Bears probably. But Ryan Leaf says that he should probably sit. Here is the all-time bust.
If the Bears take Caleb Williams, ... finish that.
If they take him, you better be under the understanding that you're going to sit him this year. And that's not going to happen.
Why would you sit him?
Well, because 75% of what he made him so great in college is not transferable to the NFL. He's not going to be able to do that. He can't do what he did in college 75% of the time and be successful at the NFL level. He can do the 25% part at the NFL level, but he needs some time. He needs to get under center. He needs to understand how to throw on time, on platform, from the pocket. What he can do off platform is what makes him so exciting, because he may be one of the most talented quarterbacks in this year's draft and many in the past year's draft. But he is a guy that I don't think can be a starter on day one.
That's going to be because they're going to make him do it. Like, it just doesn't. And I don't know what the line is, because to be honest with you, we've talked about this with Tua. Like, when did you get to the point where like you had to play a guy? What pick is it? Guys, they want to get him out there right away. Tua did get to sit a little bit behind Ryan Fitzpatrick, but it was a very little bit. And then there was a whole dog and pony show because Ryan Fitzpatrick cried like a big baby and whined about losing his job, even though he knew it was my team, just a complete loser. So I get that Ryan Leaf is probably speaking from a wisdom there that not a lot of people can relate to, because he probably wasn't ready. But I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think that whoever drafts him 1, 2, or 3, wherever he ends up going, I don't think anybody, no one's going to have the stones to sit him, especially for a long period of time. Maybe you'll get him for a few weeks. Like that happened with Deshaun Watson, where Deshaun Watson, I remember the game. It was they were playing the Jaguars and they started Tom Savage, and then they were down 21-0, and they're like, we're going to Deshaun Watson, and then never saw Watson again. Herbert wasn't going to start, and then that dude stabbed Tyrod Taylor right in the ribs.
That's right.
With a needle.
Yeah, investigate that guy for sure. I don't know who's going to get the top quarterback off the board and be like, nah, we're good.
It's tough.
You're putting your
especially after you saw. See, here's the other thing. You see what CJ Stroud did this year.
Yep.
And you're like, maybe we'll get some of that. So it's too tempting. It's too tempting that no one's going to have the patience for that.
Also, do you really benefit from sitting a year? Do you really benefit, or do you benefit from just going out there and learning?
I don't know. It probably depends if you're set up for success or not. If like you have a lot of talent around you, like that's the big thing. Like with CJ Stroud, a good line right in front of him. A lot of the times you're running for your life. Joe Burrow's been running for his life his entire career. So it probably depends on
Mahomes or
Mahomes did sit a year.
I know Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers. You tell me, had they not sat a year, that they just they wouldn't be who they are?
I don't know.
I mean, I just say you throw him in the game, you find out early. Is this guy good? Is he not? Is he going to cry after a game?
It probably is beneficial to sit. Like it probably is beneficial just to learn.
You would say that,
but it's what
softy.
Why would I say? What do you mean?
You're defending your quarterback.
I'm not defending Mike, but he played right away.
I wouldn't say right away.
He played right away, dude. What did he get in week 6?
No, was it week 6?
I think he got in week 6. I think he came in like week 5 at the end of the game, and then they started him against the Rams.
Wow,
won that game.
Stole his team.
And then he got to steal it back because he got to have that stupid Hail Mary.
Oh, that was a good play.
It was a good play. That was a good play. Ruined my life.
That was a play of his career. It really was. It took the play of his
play
career.
where his face
mask
is done and he throws them like freak luck. Bum.
He's not getting replaced. He's still going to be on TV next year.
Oh no, he's he's all over the place. It's so irritating.
Sick of this guy.
How do people not look at it? Like, how does JP Lossman not look at him and be like, I should have just grown a beard? How does any of the McCown brothers? They're probably just like, I should have grown a beard.
Should have grown a beard.
Like, that's all the guy did was grow a beard. That's it.
That's fair.
There's two guys who have figured this out. Him, Gardner Minshew. That's it.
Oh,
funny facial hair. You're in.
True.
Everyone's gonna love you.
Pretty good.
Anyway, those headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We did this. We know trucks.
I just wanted to do it again to give some love to our sponsors, J-Fig. And also, our Inter Miami update was brought to you by Kettle One. Kettle One vodka made to cocktail.
Yes.
Let's give away that other pair of slightly stupid and dirty heads tickets right now.
Yes.
Caller number 12. Caller 12 to 305-567-0560. Caller 12 to 305-567-0560. Caller 12 will win a pair of tickets to see the Dirty Heads and Slightly Stupid. They're going to be at the I Think Financial Amphitheater in August. It's a Live Nation show, but if you guys want to go right now, I got one more pair of tickets for today, and I'm giving away right now. Caller 12 to 305-567-0560. We'll get themselves
It'll be a great show.
Slightly Stupid and Dirty Heads. Back after this.
WQA. 15 Minutes of Heat is sponsored by Miami Lakes Auto Mall, Kendall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, home of the $8,000 trade. KendallDodgeChryslerJeepRam.com.
Oh, baby. Welcome on in, everybody. Tobin and Leroy. Time for some 15 minutes of heat for you here. You guys can get us on YouTube and Twitch, Miami 560 WQAM, on the Odyssey app, AUDACY. Check us on out there. Your Heat victorious yesterday. Now a season best 9 games over 500.
Yeah.
First time this season.
You doubted him, dude.
What?
You doubted.
How?
When we went through the infamous losing streak.
How did I doubt them?
Because you were saying slanderous things.
Like?
I'm sad.
I was sad.
You were
I was
sad.
not fun to be around.
You were not fine.
I'm not. I was fine. I'm fine. I am fine.
You're fine now, but you were not fine.
I didn't bother Leroy. I haven't bothered him with Leroy's over the last couple of games. I've been good, but I'm gonna tell you right now,
it's a win over the Pistons.
Yeah, but I mean, they're gonna once they kick the holy crap out of Luka this weekend, and once we give Chet the business, Chet Holmgren and SGA, once we give it to those teams, watch out, Leroy. Watch out. But they have made something official. Miami Heat just tweeting out. If you have this JFig for our video audience, the Miami Heat just tweeting out the Patty Mills signing. He has he is going to wear number 88.
What the hell are we even doing here?
88. First,
he was supposed to be 8, right?
Jamal Cain is 8.
Yes, but
and Jamal Cain is not giving up his number.
That's fair.
And I wouldn't give it up. I love Jamal Cain. The
Cain train.
Oh, dude, I'm a huge fan of Jamal Cain.
What happened to the Cain train?
It's hard to find minutes on this team, baby.
So he's not injured. He's just like hasn't found.
No, I think he just had like a 40-point game in Sioux Falls.
Wow.
You know what my favorite thing about Jamal Cain is?
Let me
my
hear it.
favorite thing about Jamal Cain.
All right.
This dude, I don't know how he does it, but he's like a snake. The way he slithers in position under the rim.
Oh.
He is so good at getting the offensive rebound and the putback.
Yep.
It's it's marvelous seeing what Jamal Cain can do. The Cain train. It's almost not a great name for him because the train's right straight on the tracks.
Yeah.
This dude slithers, dude. He just gets in. He gets in the margins. He gets in the cracks. That's what I love about Jamal Cain. Love that about Jamal Cain. Trust me when I tell you, he's going to be a player for them next year.
Okay.
He's gonna be something for that. Whenever the next fat has to get trimmed off this roster, and they need that next unheralded guy to step up, Jamal Cain's that guy. Jamal Cain's the guy. By the way, speaking of a guy who has not produced a lot for the Miami Heat, but stepped up with a couple big plays yesterday, Thomas Bryant.
Yes, I did.
Thomas Bryant yesterday.
For sure.
He met Cade Cunningham at the summit, little double hand block,
like that.
Then got him again with the chase down. Now him shooting the 3 got a little froggy.
What the hell are we doing there?
A little too much from Thomas Bryant there.
Too close of a game.
But you know what? TB just probably thought to himself, hey, the shot's there. I don't get many opportunities. Let it rip, baby.
Let it rip, dude.
Let it rip.
Do I like I don't like the result. I think I like the action.
You like the attitude, but not necessarily like the consequence of Thomas Bryant, who hasn't made a 3 all year.
Missing a 3. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Analytics was pissed.
Duncan Robinson, he lit the internet on fire yesterday with hitting the Smitty behind the back move. And he said that he's had this in the bag since high school. You all didn't know, but Duncan Robinson claims he's had this in the bag since high school. Do you have Duncan Robinson after the game yesterday, Marcos?
Yes.
That's like the one kind of like cool move that I do have. There's footage somewhere of me doing it in high school, in like an AAU tournament. I've done it twice in a game in my life. That was the one time. This was the second. So happy it worked out, because if I dribbled it off my foot, I probably would have got subbed out. So big risk, big reward.
He's not getting subbed out, dude. He's being modest. A modest Duncan Robinson. Humble prince.
That's good.
He also says, listen, he knows when the cool times are to bust out the moves.
Yeah. That's like the instance where that move is actually applicable. You get like cut off on baseline. I can't even really do it the other way, but I can do it that way. So I was honestly surprised that I actually did it. I said after the game, I kind of blacked out in the moment, but happy it worked out.
Do you think, like, are people ever going to be not surprised for Duncan Robinson to cook them with some moves? Because I just feel like everybody just looks at Duncan Robinson and they feel like, it's Duncan Robinson. What's he going to pull up for a 3? Blows right past him.
We've heard it before, dude. Sneaky athletic.
It's not even
He's sneaky athletic, dude.
It's not even a sneaky athleticism, you know. It's just like you don't respect his skill set. I feel like I don't feel like they respect. Okay. I don't feel like they respect the full Duncan Robinson repertoire.
Sneaky. He has a sneaky skill set.
Yeah, he has an unheralded skill set.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks he's a one-trick pony, but let me tell you something, dude. He could go to the Equestrian Dome right now, and he could win a whole lot of events. High jump, obstacle course, trick jump, speed jump. He could win all kinds of those things because he's that kind of a horse.
All right.
What do you mean, though, right?
With the equestrian.
No, I don't like what you just did right there.
Wow. We don't like what you just did right there.
I don't understand.
Just with the whole horse thing he was doing. Yeah, exactly. Now I imagine him frolicking in the field.
He is frolicking in the field. Do you not see Duncan Robinson frolicking on the court?
He's submitting defenders out of their shoes.
Now he's a horse. I thought he was a dog.
He's high stepping. He is. You know, he's a Dunkyard dog, but also. This is a thoroughbred, okay? Oh. He's not just your run-of-the-mill teaser horse anymore, okay? You know what a teaser horse is?
Yeah, you know what? If
you guys don't know what a teaser horse is,
we know what.
But for the new audience here, J Fig, the teaser horse had the worst job on the farm, okay? And when you grow up on a horse farm, you have a teaser horse. It's somewhere across between a horse and a pony. So it's just a not full-grown horse.
All right.
And they torture this horse's life because his job is to figure out whether or not the mare, aka the woman, is in heat for breeding. And so the teaser horse, he humps the wall. He goes, gives a little sniffy sniff.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden on the wall. And you're like, she's good to go. But he doesn't get any action.
Okay. I'm uncomfortable.
This is how the business works.
So how is this Duncan Robinson?
Duncan Robinson is not being left with blue balls anymore, right, dude?
Okay.
He's not. He is fully unloading the clip. And when I mean that, I mean that in a basketball.
Oh no!
Right.
Like you should just dump this entire conversation.
He's unloading the clip, and he's got everything working for him right now.
Okay.
Wow.
This is good.
I don't think the audience wanted to know any of this.
If you're just tuning in, first time listening here on the Tobin and Leroy show, I promise it's not always like this. That kind of is.
Promise it's always like this.
The other big party yesterday was Nikola Jović. I mean, Jimmy Butler did win the game, but, you know, again, it's the Pistons. I want to talk about Nikola Jović getting kicked out of the game.
I'm so proud of you, Nico.
He's a bad boy.
Bam Adebayo. This is him after the game on what improvement he has seen from Nico in the from the start of the season.
I don't know if that's an improvement or respect. I don't know. But I mean, the biggest improvement is he's taking advantage of his opportunity. You know, sometimes he was in the lineup, out the lineup. To start some days, he wouldn't play the next day. So being able to get this consistent routine where he's in the lineup and he's starting, you know, it's big for him, obviously. You see what he brings to the table.
Bringing it all to, and you want to know something? Getting back to the two Bams thing.
Wow.
It's interesting, Marcos and J-Fig, because it's not like Bam and Spo were kumbaya early in the first years either. You know, it took a while for Spo to trust Bam to do more things than what he was allocated to do. Like, go defend hard, go rebound, kid, you know, play balls to the wall. And it took a while for Spo to really trust Bam to do other stuff. Similarly, doing that with Nikola Jović, where, maybe he didn't trust this kid earlier on. Certainly didn't last year. Then you saw he became a Hulk. Guy became a moose. You remember what he looked like last December? Like so skinny, so tiny, and now he's a moose,
beefy.
Yeah, and it just reminds me about how Spo, you know, didn't let Bam loose quite right away, but then all of a sudden, favorite loves Bam.
Yep,
and now that he has two Bams,
two of them,
you have a Spo twice in love. Here's more of Bam on how Nico is blossoming.
Playmaking. Just being able to get it off the rim and to be able to push and make plays, and obviously make plays for himself. You know, I feel like that's his biggest improvement.
He had this one pass, I think it was to Haywood Highsmith, where it was just like, how did he see him? Because he's barreling down. He's under the rim. Where does he go? Kicks it right back out to the wing to Haywood Highsmith. Bang. How did he see him? It's impressive, dude. It's impressive to see what this kid has grown into. And it seems like the Miami Heat finally, maybe after all these years, have that elusive answer to who should be next to Bam Adebayo. It's Nico.
I like that answer. Homegrown.
Yep.
A nice, well-rounded talent that doesn't need the ball.
Nope. Doesn't need the ball yet.
Yeah.
But right now, just filling in the cracks. Take an open three when you need it. Find an open shooter when you need it. Rebound. Get this team running so Spo doesn't have to hurt his arm going, come on, go. He's already got the kid. The kid is already playing with that. Him and Terry.
Yep.
Let's get this speed going. All right? Enough lollygagging.
Yeah.
Spo doesn't like it at a lollygag pace, dude.
Pretty soon you'll be calling Nico a horny horse.
What?
I think that's what you said.
That's not what I said at all.
I think so. That's
Exactly what you said.
That's not what I said. I didn't say that Duncan Robinson was a horny horse. I say he's not
You
a
really
horny horse.
did.
No, that's not what I said. I said he's
You
not the teaser horse anymore.
Oh, anymore. Okay, so now, you know what? I think we get it now. Appreciate it.
Do you?
No need to further explain. Appreciate it.
I feel like my message is being lost in all of this.
Your message is being very lost in the chat. It's getting pretty wild over there.
Schmied and Schmoling says Duncan Robinson is no longer behind the wall. Exactly.
You see what else he wrote?
What is going on?
Nope, not going to read that one.
Exactly.
But if you guys want to read all our chats, that's why you guys should become part of our chat on YouTube and Twitch, Miami 560 WQAM. Take a quick break, wrap things up on the other side.
This hour
Back out, shorty Filipino, and she call me Manny back out. Alley-oop without the hoop, they call me Jerry Stackhouse. Dazing out in public, but your mama made me snap out. Before I get the dog, got the morning routine. Wake up bright and early to some brand new cream. Floss 3 times, baby, all so clean. Gravy got cheese now, that's poutine. Gravy coming hot like I'm hopping.
All right, welcome back. Who is this song again? Because he rhymes Manny Pacquiao. I'm always very impressed.
Yeah, this is Young Gravy.
Young Gravy.
Yeah. Haven't you followed his career yet?
I have not. I have not followed Young Gravy's career. But did you see? I do love Gravy, though. It's good.
Gravy's good.
Did you see Manny Pacquiao, that Conor McGregor yesterday? Got UFC down here, which I'm excited about. I cannot wait for Saturday.
Yep.
We're gonna have a Michael Venom Page on the show tomorrow. MVP. You're talking like this.
Whoa!
I'm very excited about that. He's making his UFC debut this weekend against Kevin Holland, who we have had on the show before. It did not go great. He has a potty mouth.
UFC debut. Where was he? What promotion was he?
He was in Bellator.
Bellator.
He was in Bellator. He was in Bellator for a long time. Did some boxing as well. Wow. Did some boxing as well, but he is
Kevin Holland.
Oh yeah, fighting Kevin Holland. So that's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah,
that feels like it's gonna be a really, really good fight. But the last time we had Kevin Holland on, he was not. He did not abide by the FCC guidelines, so we had to cut him short.
Galore, dude. Like, come on.
We had to cut him short.
Although his points, he made excellent points. You know, you can't just be out here all willy nilly with your.
He's he's very. I don't know. You get some people like there are people who are very fun to interview, but sometimes they're just not in the mood to interview. And I think that's just one of those where we got him on a day where he's just like, how do I get off this? Oh, I'll just start saying crazy things.
Mackenzie Dern, she's hot as
Yep.
Definitely not me. Cowboys.
That interview stressed me out.
Yeah. So anyway, he's fighting. I saw him fight Wonder Boy main event in Orlando.
Wow.
So looking forward to this one. This one should be a fun one. I was watching the UFC embedded behind the scenes. Cheeto Vera just arriving this week. We had him on last week. Very excited about that main event. Our boy Gilbert Burns yesterday was talking to Tommy Tig and Solana on the Heat broadcast. Nicest guy ever.
Nice. So nice.
Nicest guy ever. Just even like this week, like we had him on. We talked about the whole Bilal Muhammad thing.
Yeah.
And now I'm already seeing interviews this week. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. It's like, no. Just keep it up, Gilbert.
Again, dude. Again.
I can't wait for this, though, dude. I'm very excited about UFC 299.
Man, can I tell you the bad idea my brother had?
What was the bad idea he had?
He was like, hey, I want to come down. Frost Museum in downtown Miami as well has this laser show. It's a Bad Bunny laser show, and I want to take my son. And, maybe we can hang out. And I'm like, dude, you want to be in downtown this Saturday night? Are you kidding me?
During spring break?
Right, traffic. What are you doing?
Yeesh.
Yeah, good luck to him. I don't know. May still be doing it. Can't blame him. Once you buy the tickets, you got to go.
Yeah, I mean, tickets are expensive. I'm not going to. Looking at them right now.
Yeah, I was looking at UFC tickets.
Uptown, 300 a piece for Uptown.
That's like, is that like standing room only?
No, it's like 400.
Oh, up
400 level.
Yeah, I did see that 300, and that's like what before taxes and fees.
Yeah. I'm just looking like right now on like StubHub.
Rough.
I'm
surprised that there's actually still some available. That first one sold pretty quickly.
Yeah, I don't know if this one is selling as fast. I'm gonna guess it's not because they're still like doing a lot of advertisement for it.
Yeah.
But that also happens with Fight Week. A lot of the times the tickets won't sell. Even like people won't even know there's UFC, and then people will fork it over. But the prices are expensive.
I'm interested to see what the final gate number was because it made Dana White very happy last time. I don't want.
Yeah, it was like 12 million. I don't know if they're going to beat that. It's an interesting thing. Like this is the thing that got
it's a better card though.
This is what it is a better card. It is a better card. But there was two things. One, it hadn't been here in 20 years, and two, you had Masvidal. Masvidal is one. This is the thing I was saying that got Sean O'Malley so upset is that Masvidal is arguably their most popular fighter outside of Conor McGregor. Post Conor McGregor, he was really dude. I went to the one where it came back from COVID in Jacksonville. Do you know how many Canes bros I saw up there drive up to Jacksonville to watch Masvidal get knocked out by Kamaru Usman? Yeah. But he is uber popular. I don't know. I think Sean O'Malley, because we were talking to John Anik, and he's saying that Sean O'Malley is for sure that. And I don't know. It was interesting hearing Aljamain Sterling spoke about this not too long ago, and he's like, I didn't get that big a payday to fight Sean O'Malley. Like, it wasn't like the pay-per-view numbers were crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's very popular, but if you had to say, are any of these guys megastars right now? I don't know. There's great fights. Don't get me wrong. Like, the best thing about UFC is these cards are incredible, and the fighting talent you see is as talented, better talent than you ever see. But does anybody have like the Conor, Ronda, Prime John Jones, Brock Lesnar? Does anybody? Not really. And I don't even know if Sean is touching that yet. I don't even know if he's at like a Nate Diaz level yet.
He doesn't have a signature win, probably.
He has a signature win. Like, his knockout over Aljamain Sterling is really impressive.
Aljamain Sterling
was a good fighter. I don't know what you're doing there. Everybody hated him as champion, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He bragged over winning. He bragged over winning when he won by DQ, and I think that's kind of what set everybody down.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's see. Crowder says prices out the average local. Dade South says tickets are crazy. Wish I was a fan with good access. That's what I'm gonna be. I don't blame you guys.
Did you do you have any idea of where you'll be? Or you won't find out until the day of. Do they?
I don't find out to the day of. I'm assuming I'm going to be in Uptown again, just because that's where I was last time.
That's not fair.
That's what I assume. But if it's not selling as well, then maybe they didn't. They don't need to cut off the table like that. I don't know.
Didn't they they made extra seats down there? Like I believe you. I
remember seeing it, and I was like, press row, because I've gone to UFC fights, and press row is literally like the entire side of an octagon is the press.
Yep.
And when Miami happened, it was like a corner side of the octagon. So they sent a lot of people, just like, well, what do we put them? Send them up to super upper deck. But it was still a sweet setup because they had badass food. We had the commentary. Nice. Got to hear the atmosphere, how crazy it was.
Yeah.
But it was very high up.
Yeah.
You were very high up, love.
No chance you were looking at the octagon. You were looking at the screen the whole time.
I looked at the octagon at times, but then there's times when there's grappling going on. You have to look at the screen to figure out what's going on.
Nice.
Looking right now, like right at the, let's say, like, man.
Come on, man. It's only one body this time. They can't sneak you a little bit.
I don't know.
Let me make a couple.
Come on,
calls.
you're BT.
You're BT, dude.
You're BT.
I know. Listen, I even gave the look to them. I was like, really?
You're talking
I didn't mean to be a snot box about it, but my experience was every time that I had gone to the UFC fights, I'd probably been to like 4 live at that point.
Yeah.
Jacksonville, Orlando, Sunrise, and New Jersey.
Oh.
I had 3 of them I sat cage side. One of them they gave me like lower level tickets.
That's okay.
That was cool. That was Super Bowl week. That was Uriah Faber fought. The hell did he fight? Did he fight Jose Aldo or did he fight Renan Barão? He fought Renan Barão. Fought Renan Barão, but it was good. Very excited. I cannot wait. I don't care, even if I'm sitting high. I know there's going to be food. I know there's going to be fights. I know there's going to be atmosphere. I think it's going to be fun. I can't wait.
Nice, bro.
I am super excited. I'm geeked up for it.
Deep card.
Oh my God, is it a deep card? Sean O'Malley, Cheeto Vera, Dustin Poirier versus Benoit Saint Denis. I think I'm betting Poirier, dude. I'm not. I mean, you give me Poirier at dog money. I just think it's insulting. I think what they're doing it almost insults me.
Yeah.
What they're doing to him.
I mean, you had a good point when we were talking to Anik that Gilbert Burns and Poirier now have like transitioned to gatekeeper more than like.
Yeah, and I don't think he's a gate. He's never lost 2 fights in a row. Poirier.
Impressive.
Never. And you're telling me I get him. Where am I? Let me give him my Hard Rock app right now. Right now.
I really wanted to see him continue that beef he had with Conor, but it was so long.
I mean, he beat him twice already.
I want to get him.
He beat him twice.
Your wife's in me DMs.
Your wife is in me DMs. I'm getting Dustin Poirier at almost a 2-1 underdog.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. There's a lot of guys I like against the dog. I mean, Cheeto's a 2-1 dog. He beat him already.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't liked the way Cheeto's fought recently.
Yeah.
Because he's fought a lot of guys. He's been giving away rounds. I don't like that.
He's different now, though. He uses hyperbolic chambers.
I think he did that too.
What? People have been using that.
Gilbert Burns is a plus 130 dog to Jack Della Maddalena, who I just watched on UFC Embedded go on a fan boat ride to see some alligators.
Nice.
Good boxer. But you know what, dude? Like, who who's to say our boy Gilbert Burns isn't going to take this dude?
Yeah.
Flip him on his back.
Yeah.
Choke his ass out.
Choke him.
I get him as a Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns by sub 4-1. Come on, dog.
That means if I put $5, I get 20.
Dude, you put a little bit of scratch on
scratch.
Gilbert Burns. One of the best jiu-jitsu practitioners in all of the sports landscape. You're telling me that he can't go out there and he can't choke out Jack Della Maddalena? You know, who's getting onto the big stage? JDM, nothing against the guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's a good fighter, nice guy. Interviewed him before. Knows. I mean, he's got. You know what he's got, dude?
What does he got?
He's got fighter nose.
Oh,
you know about fighter nose, J-Fig?
Like weird and crooked.
What about it?
It looks like a cartoon nose. Like his nose looks like it's been smashed by a sledgehammer, but it's just been fists his entire career.
God,
but he's good.
He is good.
He's good. But I don't know. Underdog to Gilbert
How
off
do you
that
not take
layoff.
bro? Friend of the show.
I think I'm going friend of the show parlay.
For sure.
Wait.
Show parlay.
I'm going Cheeto.
Yes.
DP.
Yes.
And I'm going Gilbert Burns.
Yes.
See what I can whip that up with.
It's gotta be value. Can I get
three dogs?
Three dogs, but I just need them to win, right? It doesn't have to
You
be
can
like
just have them to win. I
this
mean, we could get
round.
super greedy if you want it. We could be like greedy little pigs if you want to.
That's how you
But
get
technically, Michael Venom Page
Don't
might
be
be.
greedy.
Oh, wait, what?
So we could add a fourth. So if we go dog,
Yeah.
dog,
Yeah.
dog.
Oh, 4 dogs?
If all 4 dogs win, Marcos.
Who let the dogs out?
If all 4 dogs win,
Yeah.
plus 4,000.
We're rich.
Now,
We can
just as an aside for everybody, underdogs have been getting crushed right now
don't say that. Why would you bring that
in
up?
UFC.
Why would you
But these are some good dogs.
These are good dogs.
These are good. These are not like Marcos's Chihuahua.
Oh, I
These are
hate
some
that
good.
dog.
These are like Scooby. These are good dogs.
You tried to win me over with that one. Thank you.
Oh yeah. That's
If you
good.
just want to go to 3, if 4 dogs is too much for you,
Mm.
if we just go Dustin, Cheeto, Gilbert,
No,
plus 1,800.
that's not
Nah.
enough.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
It is a lot.
I mean, you just told me plus 4,000. You think you want me to go back down?
He also told you, don't be greedy.
I just think there's. I know,
say
and
that.
I want to be greedy and go like 4 because like
You did say that. 4 dogs? What are they? When's the last time a card
the
happened?
thing
in
that
4
scares.
dogs
Well,
won?
here's the thing. I love Dustin Poirier. He's my favorite fighter in the UFC right now.
Yeah.
I don't like that everybody just keeps saying special forces with Benoit Saint Denis. I don't like that. You can't just say special forces. What are they doing special forces in France?
What does that even mean?
What are they protecting a baguette?
In Belly?
Really?
All right, everybody. That's our show for today. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Hope you mother have a good day.